You ready for whatever? This thing right here.
Oh yeah,
right?
finger guns.
Finger guns. How many times have I done that? I need like an AI on that.
New thing.
Oh, you gotta tap on that. Cheers. Oh wait.
There we go.
No name
Cheers.
keys though. Welcome back to the show.
Who even are these people if we don't have name keys? There we go.
Let's get the show on the road. Is right. We got our stealth mouse. We got Mike Azul in the chat. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a minute.
Yeah, right. I know it's been like a month since you've been in the chair.
It has been.
You missed last time, but Kathy and I played some video games.
I watched
last
you
time.
too.
Yeah, totally. It's like I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who was in there, sort of hanging out and watching two very, very different games that we played during the showtime, which was fun. It did make Kathy go, dang, I want to keep playing that game, but she's like, I feel like we got to do it on stream. So anyway, we might pick up. It was because I went to afterwards. I was talking to Kathy about it, and I was like, how'd you feel about the show? And she was like, yeah, it was great. I really want to keep playing my game. And I was like, yeah, I really want to keep playing my game. And she was like, well, let's just maybe we could just do both. We'll just do the same thing. We'll just do half my game and half your game. And I was like, all right, that'll be fun.
I thought it was fun to have you get your studio back up because it took you some time to like figure that out, right?
And we hey Higgs, yeah, it still needed some work. I was having some echoing when I would go to play the actual game. I feel like there was some echo in there. It was like picking up on two different mics or something. Anyway, but it worked out, and appreciate everybody who was in there, talking us on. Thank you for doing it.
I think it was great to keep it going.
Yeah,
and it's good to be back on the show. You know what's interesting is that I think I had a great time with Heather on the show.
Yeah,
but it feels different.
It does,
right? Just like
it does,
because we have this beat that we've done for hundreds of episodes now.
I know, right?
I was like, got to get to the format. I'm like lost if we don't have a format, which has been fun. So I'm excited about the show tonight because it's something I thought about for a long time. So we called the main topic. I'm going to throw that out there before it's mastery in the age of the smarter assistant. And this has been something I've been chewing on a lot lately. So really the idea that these AIs seemingly are smarter in producing something, and we're skipping the mastery step. And so we're going to explore that topic a little bit later because I think it could be very detrimental, and I think it is detrimental. We have some non-AI examples of that as well. Yeah,
exactly. Well, I feel like this topic is just like coming up more and more in the news and everything. Like my boss was talking about this, when we were talking about how we're going to be teaching AI to people. They were basically like, coming up with all these reasons of like, well, what are we going to specifically teach people? Because we don't want them to be losing, the mastery of what they're already really great at.
Yeah.
And so, let's be really intentional about what we're going to teach about AI, which is not something, you hear about most tools in the workplace.
Not at all. Well, and I think that this is a timely topic. And one thing that we're just going to let everyone know right now is that these guys right here are going to be keynote speakers at an upcoming conference.
Nice.
And it's on my birthday nonetheless, October 9th.
Dang, I didn't know that.
We are our day 2 starting the conference, the double drop down appearance from Adam and Ryan, and we're honing in on what our topic's going to be. And I want them to have a good takeaway on this. But it's going to be one of our first like live experiences in front of a huge audience.
I plan to be much more nervous than I am when just you and I are sort of BSing here with us in the chat. So.
We're gonna have to have some like actual structure to this. We can't just be like, hey, welcome to the keynote with Adam and Ryan.
Anyway, cheers with my whiskey drink here at 8:45 in the morning.
This magical conference will be at CSU Pueblo. So it's part of a Southern Colorado conference to get those folks that have a hard time traveling too far or being able to get engaged in the conferences that are maybe national or even higher up north. And so they bring a lot of those folks in. They may have not had a lot of experience with AI, or they have, and they want to explain and talk about things. There's crafting and prompting and other sessions that we may have some opportunity to be participating in.
Yeah,
so,
when they sent over kind of the topics that people were talking about, I was like, these are great. Yeah, I'm excited to go to other,
the
ones
FBI is coming. They have other people from like emergency disaster. Yeah, you're like, all right.
they're gonna profile me there. No, Stealth Mouse says she's coming. So amazing. I'm only gonna refer to you by your online Twitch handle while we're there, and please don't troll us while we're.
We were thinking, can we live stream this in some way?
Right?
I don't know. We'll see if we can pull that off.
I'm sure Adam will want to go.
I would rather us just go and do the thing and record it and put it live. But I mean, it's cool. We've been wanting to do these events, and the other thing I've been thinking. We've had some really like philosophical or even really just good detailed conversations, and I want to put some artifacts out there.
Yeah.
We have some cool stuff on the games we created, and
right.
I think it might be great to help build competency. This is the thing that's my biggest fear, is that we're going to lose competency or mastery. And if there's some tips and tricks or even something beyond that we can share with the world, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Nice. You can go with our new revamped website.
Hell yeah, it'll be fun. Well, Ryan, it's been a minute, like I said, so we have a bunch of things. Our normal thing is
the news, but
fun
first
Colbert, right?
Colbert. So we are walking through the Colbert questionnaire and doing it three questions an episode. So first question for you, Adam, and the chat. We'd love to hear from the chat. Exercise, worth it?
Yes. Absolutely. And I've slacked these last couple of weeks.
Right.
Like I should have been, but the heat is just, I cannot run in heat. True. But the exertion of like your body to get things out and stress and those things, totally worth it to me. Now, my shapely figure does not get really like affected. I feel like I look like an egg when I'm running. There's this one big long window, and I always look at it. I'm like, ugh, that guy.
Oh God. No, I'm also going to say yes, of course. I mean, yeah, this feels like a little bit of a throwaway question. Now, do I always prioritize it in the way that I should be doing? No. And I feel like for some reason, I seem to prioritize it less. Like you said, during the summer, probably because it's hot, and probably because, I mean, to be fair, I'm probably doing a lot of the exercise and things like that so that I look good for the summer. And then during the summer, I'm doing things, I'm like going out. We did camping trips the last 2 weekends, which are super fun. And so, I'm sort of like, we have all this stuff going on. And so like, really, I'm sort of exercising over the fall, winter, and spring to get my beach bod going.
Hell yeah. I would say that exercise for me is also one of the times I truly unplug. And
right.
Specifically like running. Yeah. There's a lot of people that love to do that. Like my favorite thing is to have nothing and just be in my own head. It helps. It's nice.
I love that. That's great. Okay. Do you like flat or sparkling water?
What?
I know. These are the Colbert questionnaires.
Man, I would have said, I have to say sparkling water.
Yeah. I mean, I drink so much sparkling water. I drink almost no flat water. So
I do have a hot take on that, is that when I was working at Target Distribution Center, I remember how like thirsty I would get, and that's where I learned to just drink warm, no iced water. And I was like, this isn't about drinking, this is about hydrating.
Yeah, getting fluids into your body.
And so I have a thing where if I'm really thirsty, a pint of water in basically one gulp, or not gulp, but just like glug, 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 glug,
just one go, just chug.
And so I love that feeling of doing that. And then sparkling water. Side note, I was LaCroix, and I still love LaCroix.
Yeah.
And then I went to Topo Chico, but I actually, just because it looked kind of interesting, I actually went the Kroger one this time, and it's cranberry lime. And I was like, I love cranberry and lime, and it was okay. It wasn't great.
One of the lowest rated in all of the sparkling water things that we did for the Extra Life show. So Kroger one's at the bottom of the list. Really
wasn't the greatest, but I had to try it because of the cranberry. But
nice. Okay, last one. What is the most used app on your phone?
Oh, you don't want to know. You do not want to know,
You're like,
sir.
ooh. Not on your burner phone, Adam, on your actual phone.
Let me look.
Yeah, like, so what is the one that and I wouldn't say like you can't pick the messaging app or whatever.
No.
Like more like
honestly,
actual...
it's tildes and slash dot are my two top ones.
Yep.
That I look at a lot of stuff on. And then two-factor authentication app.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, God, it's like, I wish I could sit here and say it was the New York Times app, but it's probably the Reddit.
You're still in Reddit?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
You know,
I love it.
It's, just,
I can't believe I was able to extract myself from Reddit.
I know, right?
This long.
You did. You've done it. You've done it. Yeah. Mike Azul put podcast app like that is a good one. Spotify, I use that would be in probably, if I had a top 3, it'd probably be Reddit, New York Times app, and Spotify. I would say would be my top 3.
I love the podcast app. Is there a specific one, or is it called Podcast?
Oh, so the one that I really like is Antenna Pod.
Interesting.
And that has been around for a long time.
We need to get double drop down on all the other ones.
I know, right? Well, yeah, we're on Spotify, but we can outdo or get the RSS feed from Spotify, but we just got to do it.
Apple Podcast, because I'm pretentious.
Well, if you have an iPhone, it's like that's what you are getting your podcast out of, I would assume.
I have been using the hell out of Speechify, and I was talking to Ryan about this, is that there's so many times I have a document or something that I'm like, I'm in transit or I'm walking or I need to get out of the office. I can't sit here and watch this. And so Speechify was the highest rated, and I kept being like, I'm not paying for a freaking text-to-speech app.
Right.
Finally, I caved on their little trial once, and I was like, oh, damn you, this is so good.
So good.
And so I've been using that, and what was crazy with AI on set is like take a boring read of a document that you normally have, and you can have it read it to you, and it sounds amazing. It almost sounds like kind of like a podcast, but they have a podcast feature on it where it's like, take this, turn it into a podcast. You come back in like 10 minutes and you have a podcast-esque version of whatever you had to read. So if you were reading like really boring documents and you were like, I just need this to be kind of delivered in a more fun format, you can do that. It's pretty amazing.
The only bad thing about having stuff read to you, which I love, because like Atlantic articles, you can read them all to you. New York Times, the majority of them you can read it to you. The only thing I notice is like I'm very multitasking when I'm doing that. The reason that I'm doing it read to me is because I'm also doing the dishes, right? Or I'm also making myself lunch, or I'm also folding laundry. And so in those cases, I'm kind of half listening to it anyway. And so I feel like if I get a really good one where I'm like, oh man, I gotta actually sit down and read that one cover to cover. That's what's nice about having both, at least, which is cool.
You're great at reading, and I feel like I just don't have enough time to sit down. That's probably my own problem. But driving has been one of the big, because I'm 3.5 hours on the road, and I'm like, Speechify this.
Totally.
It's been great.
That's awesome. I probably read like 10 novels this year.
Great job.
Yeah. Like
I wish I could do that. I had a friend at work, and I was talking to somebody at the circulation desk in the library, and the guy brought this huge stack of books. He's like, I'm just returning these. I read, and I was like, good on you for reading that much. I was like, how long does it take? They're like, yeah, sometimes just like, a couple hours out of a day. I'm like, what am I doing with my days and times?
I just do. I read it. I have to read to go to bed. So that is my ritual. I read my book for half an hour and fall asleep with my face on the pillow with my phone leaning up against my face.
I like physical books though.
I can't. I have not read a physical book in 5 years probably.
I think that's the only way I can get through them is physical book.
Maybe.
All right, Ryan, are we ready?
Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about this news.
From the Hangout, it's the news with Adam and Ryan.
Nightbot checking in
with our latest shorts.
Hey, I got some good insights on our shorts, even though we haven't posted any. It's my fault. I have not posted any.
I have not either.
But I just didn't want to feel like I have to post. I didn't want to be a slave to it. But I got a lot of people like, oh, you do really good post.
Nice.
But they're LinkedIn people, so they probably look at your last thing and then
sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
But we got a good news outlay. So it's been a month since I was here. And so some of these are a little older, some of them are a little newer. Behind the scenes is we've been using some really cool things with the double drop down. I used AI to help develop a new version of double drop down. So lots of those in the chat. You can submit news stories to this. We already had a few of them.
Yeah,
Somebody tried to dox me last time. I talked
great.
smack.
That was great.
I deleted that one. I moderated the hell out of that.
The ban hammer came down on whoever posted one
that was a like a Zool. No. But no, realistically, it was funny. This last time we had a time where Ryan was like, we're spending too much time on a news article.
Right.
And so I went in there and I put a little timer. So we're going to try it out tonight. So we're going to start with our first article of the night, which is Ampera marks the major nuclear milestone. So Ryan and I were talking about this one before the show. Let's just set the stage.
Yeah.
Is that creating nuclear power plants is a difficult situation. There's a lot that goes into it. Takes years of time.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of other considerations as you go through that to keep the safety of it going.
Totally.
And nuclear would be a potential answer to the energy crisis that we're dealing with because of all the data centers and AI and just general need for electricity.
Yeah.
So, long story short,
right? Yeah. So this comment. So and with all of those things in mind, you're like, gosh, we're never going to be able to build up nuclear power in this country the way that we want to with building these massive, on-site nuclear power plants. And so what this company was doing is they're like, let's reduce down in size and in scope just the actual like functional reactor that gets made, and let's 3D print it out of materials that we know can withhold that kind of like all that power and heat and all of those types of things. So it's not the full reactor. It's not every single thing that you would need, but it's sort of like the core of it. No pun intended. But like the core of it, and it's smaller. So, and what they want to do is they want to be able to like print them at a manufacturing plant and then ship them to the cities and municipalities and whatever that want to create these then around it. And so they don't have to build all of that stuff, and it doesn't have to be that thing. Now, that is super cool. I feel like, oh man, the idea that we can like 3D print with materials that can like house, the core of a nuclear power plant is like amazing. Like, I don't feel like, I still think about it as plastics, right?
Right. The cool thing this is there's like a little bit of a portability component of it.
Yeah.
They were thinking that it could produce up to like 30 megawatts of electricity and operate for 30 years without any kind of refueling.
Yeah. You don't refuel it. You just let it sort of do that. Now, the only bad thing, it also talks about like, they don't have a functioning one of these running right now. There isn't just one of these that they can show off and they're like, hey, we built it into a whole thing and it's working and it's safe and it's all the like they don't do that, or this press release of theirs, right, didn't exactly like have all of that. But it isn't right now. But I feel like this is a good step in the right direction for this kind of stuff and a cool use of 3D printing to make life better that isn't just printing out tiny dragons.
It's interesting as hell. I just kind of imagine this time where you're like walking next to the nuclear reactor. Oh, there's a nuclear reactor today. Like, what nefarious things might crop up from this? Interesting. What do you guys think? Do you are you in for nuclear energy at scale or not?
I know, like, there are still a lot of people in my life that say like, oh God, there's still that thing in the back of your mind that says like nuclear, that is dangerous, right? That there's going to be leaks or spills and so. I mean, they have shown that it is not really, that it is a far cleaner energy than a lot of the stuff we're using. So,
well, AI is gonna create the nuclear comeback. And
Mike Azul is a little Mr. Fusion in our house. I love that little floating robot next to me. Nothing ever went wrong in that sci-fi scenario.
Fallout is actually just historical documents from the future. Is where we're coming from here. We are 30 seconds past. Thank goodness we had this amazing thing that told us how long that article was. Nice. All right. Oh wait, we didn't need to stop it. I don't know how to stop it.
It's fine.
All right, stopped. Because now that was 3 minutes and 37 seconds. This is amazing.
Wow, we're so efficient in our news.
All right, next up, Ryan. You bring this one up.
Okay, more 3D printing stuff that feels like actually useful in our lives. I feel like for years people talked about like prototyping with 3D printers, you know, like, oh, you need to make a part, or you need to make a car, you know, you need to make a body of something, whatever. It's way faster to prototype these types of things. But like Kia and Hyundai are now doing 3D printed just parts for your car. And I don't know, I was never a big person that like worked on old cars or worked on my car very extensively, but my grandfather was, and my uncle was, like, they were mechanics and everything. And I remember just the idea, even back then and recently, where if you're like trying to find a very specific part of this, like, it's why junkyards exist, right? So you can go to the junkyard and find that exact car and pull the piece out of it, because you can't just go to a store and buy, you know, a something for a 1997 Honda, whatever. And so now, like, they can look at those things and they can sell those parts and then just not have to have a whole warehouse full of them. They might just be like, you're like, hey, I have this part from this car, and they have the plans. And so they're like, amazing, we'll print that up for you and ship it out to you. And I was like, man, that's such a cool way to use 3D printing in kind of like a mass helpful way. So
I like the idea, and this actually goes back to a concept I was looking at years ago. I talked about the fuse printing. I'm not sure if you remember that one, where it's these nylon like sand essentially, and what it does is it like layers like a layer of sand, or the nylon sand, and then it sinters it together, and then another layer gets done, it sinters it together, so you never need supports. And then when you take this like block of stuff out, all this other like sand needs to be washed off. They have a whole unit that's part of the printer that washes it off. But the reason I bring this up was that their thing was, it was about $50,000. They're like, it's commercially viable for like smaller businesses. It would probably pay itself off. And one of the things they said was that the example they give was, we are making customized bike parts for, and like mainly pedals and things for all these specialized bikes, and it comes off the printer ready, like production ready. The nylon material and that kind of thing was a lot more. And so I imagine with cars, that same thing is like, it's durable enough, it's gonna like stand up to the heat and craziness that a car
pressure
would need to do,
and all of that. Like the threads need to hold the bolts in and all that. And it feels like one of those things where we definitely could not do that, you know, a few years ago. And so now you're like, great, we've gotten to this point in 3D printing where we can, you know, make something that is actually helpful and useful in your life, that isn't, you know, that isn't fragile.
They 3D print our teeth though.
Yeah, that's
Come on,
true.
like,
that is
like,
pretty
no,
cool. It's less. The one that I did was less 3D printing and more like extra. Like they had a block of tooth, and then they sort of. What is that, like the additive or the, you know, where it sort of drills it out and takes it away, as opposed to adding stuff. Yeah, there you go.
CNC.
Like a CNC router.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just like the idea that we're starting to get to more practical ways of leveraging 3D printing.
Totally.
I'm so close to wanting to get a 3D print.
You keep saying that. Yeah,
I know, but I haven't had a good use case
there's
yet.
No use
but
case.
one thing that I will say is, just 3D printing wise, is at the 3D print lab at the school, they got a new Prusa printer, and I saw them do a massive print out of it, and it came out pretty dang cool.
Nice.
It was like so big. It was like full scale of the bed. It was Moon Knight, of course. It was like, it was just a statuette of something. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
But still, it was pretty interesting. I liked it.
How big does it get? How, like,
it was
what
a
are we
fairly
talking?
large one. I mean,
cool.
it was like that big. It was just,
Nice.
there was more support than there was actually 3D printed material, but it came out. It came out well.
Came out good.
All right, this next one is a little interesting.
Woo,
Let's
yes.
talk about this one.
So Claude.
Good or bad? I don't know.
Yeah, like I feel like Anthropic that does the Claude model, you know, one of the frontier models out there for large language models, has basically said that like what they're going to do is they're going to, I don't know, somehow watermark all of the text that is you know, done into Claude, and basically watermark it so that you can be able to tell if that came out of a Claude model, even if you copy and paste it out of it and into something else. Now, I personally don't have any idea how that works at all, But apparently it does have like a good track rate. They can track it and everything, and it was pretty controversial for a couple reasons. You know, one, people were saying, they were like, you know, what if I just put my stuff into Claude to make sure that it catches typos and that it adds the commas in the right spot? It's just going to tag everything as if my entire paper was AI written. And so now I either can not use it for a single thing, or I just say, well, everything that I write is going to be, pegged as AI written. There's sort of there's no in between, right? It either says, yes, this has the AI Claude watermark, or it does not. And so one extra period in there would tag your entire thing. So that was some of the bad stuff. Now, the good stuff is obviously all of the different, plagiarism type things in there. Like they could use it for schools, people, it would be a lot easier to check for that kind of stuff if there was this watermarking. So I don't know. What do you think?
I find this super interesting concept. JacksonRiley.gold. Nice. I've been watching a couple of your streams, by the way. So lurking as you've been working, but thanks for joining us tonight. But as far as this watermark is concerned, I think it's probably like needed in a certain way, just to be able to differentiate. But it also seems like you're fighting the ocean in another way.
Yeah.
I also feel as though, what if you're putting in a lot of effort to write your prompt and then getting like that feedback, like you were saying, like, let's fix some of the grammar, let's fix these pieces, and now you're like, my whole thing looks like it's written by AI, and you spent a lot more time on it. Now, likelihood is that people are going to just use AI for the output. We'll talk about that in a minute here. I don't know if I like it or not. I really don't. I feel like
is it worth it? Is it worth it to have that?
Let me put it this way. Like, what if Photoshop every time, like no matter what you did, like this forces you to say, like, you used Photoshop on this image every single time and you couldn't get away from it?
I think for what I do, and it's like pretty obvious that you were using Photoshop, like I'm not trying to pass off images as if I took them straight out of the camera, right? I do think maybe if designs had certain things, like if it said, ooh, it can tell that you sort of added generative, addition to this part of, the Photoshop image, like I would be fine with that. But if it just said all or nothing and everyone was like, the moment I see that it has any sort of AI in it, I just like completely start dragging it online, which is the case now. I think it is, but I also think this is probably just the first step into it being sort of more of a granular thing, right? I can't believe that they're just going to stop it at this solution. So.
Well, it's one company, one model. It doesn't mean all of them are going to do the same thing.
No,
so
definitely,
they're
right?
trying to curb it off. So
yeah, you never know. I will say, so the next one that we have is another sort of, I don't know, not plagiarism version, but it's basically Substack is doing this new thing. So I don't know if you follow anybody on Substack or read any Substack things, but now there's going to be a way, and you'll opt into this, and you can just like slide a toggle, and it'll say, great, it's going to show you the percentage, how likely is that different parts of this articles and comments, it's going through like everything of it is written by AI. And so, is the newsletter that you're reading by, the tech guy that you like or whatever, is he just having AI write his whole newsletter? Are the comments, are they all just AI bots that you're talking back and forth to? And so people, again, are sort of like on either side of this. Like a lot of people are like, hey, is it going to, again, flag my entire thing because I, had help with like coming up with the conclusion of this? Is it just going to say my entire thing is done? Or like, is anyone going to care? I think is another thing too of this. Like if I read something and it is interesting and I like it, and then I see that AI wrote 80% of it, do I instantly have to like sort of not or unsubscribe from that
I
person?
think some people would absolutely do that.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
I think they would.
Well, and so what Substack is trying to do is they're basically trying to, they see the future of this, and they look at, I imagine, their platform and they go, you know what I don't want is just a platform that we own that is just full of AI slop. Right. And everything is written by AI and every comment is AI. And like, why would people ever go to the site and read anything on our site if it is all just AI garbage out there? And so I get why they're doing it. You know, I feel like we're going to get a lot of stuff like this coming up in the future. I couldn't imagine that every single AI, you know, output would never be able to be detected. Right. You know, they have that for schools and schools say, well, they don't work half the time.
Well, that's what I was going to say, like the false positives and
right. I think so. Maybe, I don't know. Have we gotten further than that? Or is it just like these places are just trying their best?
Which goes to probably our next article that talks about like, and we'll get into it in a minute, but do we have to prove that you're not AI? And I feel like this may be kind of a future piece is that those that can use their own effort, those that can do their own thing, those are going to be what's really important. Did you hear like a bleeping noise?
Yeah, like something got unplugged.
I'm really hoping that you can still see and hear us. It looks like we're good. Maybe it was AI. Like this whole show is AI crap.
You're like bragging on AI. You're off of there.
You're like, we're done. Unplug your USB for you. It's the little spider, isn't it? It's my little spider robot I made.
Adam's gonna show off a spider that he made.
Yeah. So Stealth Mouse, you can unplug when I show the spider. She does not like spiders.
Even crazy robot spiders that are the size of a trash can lid.
She wants to murder it. She almost murdered the thing, but it's amazing. I love it.
But I love it. I wouldn't let her because I love it.
I love you, little Spidey. You'll see the hexapod. Nice. You're not killing it. Only if it gets on you and starts to try to kill you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't like you already.
If it turns against you.
You've already done that. All right. So next up, this one freaks me out. And I want to, and we've had this conversation. AI is starting to create viruses not found in nature. And just this idea of it getting in someone's hands that should not be able to do this. This was the nightmare scenario we've been talking about. So there's some new studies. They're showing that it's helping scientists identify different viruses hidden inside of one of Earth's least understood forms. And I guess it's the archaea. I don't know what it is. So anyways, they're looking at this data and they're starting to figure out how to create viruses or from basically generate. I was like, this is so bad ideas. How many movies have we made about this, people?
Yeah, exactly. Like this is definitely how Resident Evil started. I feel like is creating viruses, the T virus in their lab, and then trying to like profit from it and all of that. I don't know. I assume there's reasons that you would make viruses that isn't, because you're an evil, genius trying to take over the world. Is there like, I assume you're sort of making it because then you go, okay, now we can understand viruses better to be able to like make antidotes to viruses or something like that. I'm guessing that these aren't like weaponized viruses that they're making, but hopefully.
So of course there's always I think that certain scientists may have a good reason to do this. But when we hear it from this end, it's like, no, not good reasons. Yeah. So some of the things that they were saying, it's going to give us a better understanding of climate systems or carbon cycling, microbial ecosystems.
Okay.
Or just like how evolution happened.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's great. And then they're like, and we're going to make some crazy virus that reanimates like this amazing mouse and this like thing right here. We're calling it the mouse virus. And now we're dead.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't is that potential horrible juice worth the squeeze here? I don't think so. It feels like but I guess maybe you have to do that because then when other people start making viruses, like we're only going to be able to be doing genetic engineering with all of this stuff. We're definitely going to be doing that, and maybe we need to know sort of how it works so that when some evil billionaire decides he wants to poison the entire planet, we can sort of stop him somehow.
I feel like what ends up happening is it's no longer the evil billionaire. It's the evil AI that's like, oh, that virus does that.
Yeah.
Cool. Put that in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Send that out to everyone. Now this is our way to blackmail humanity.
When they try to shut us down.
Shut us down. put it in this little rocket. We're sending the virus.
Yeah,
you're done.
we got it pointed right at you, Earth. So you can either give in to our demands and get in your little pod for the Matrix, or we can rocket your ass with this virus.
Ugh. What's your take? I feel like our chat is giving us some good insight. They're like, no, I feel biotech race. This is zombie apocalypse. This is how this all started. Like, it starts to make that stuff look real, right? And think about, like, AI is researching and looking and building themselves off of the media and all the stuff we put out there.
Yeah.
Who's to say it's like, oh, cool, let's go and try to find a virus that will reanimate the dead or do something ridiculous.
You can make soldiers from it. That'll be great. I mean, the idea, some people in the chat are basically saying, like, superpowers are maybe like funding this kind of stuff, and it's like, absolutely. I don't want to say that we are innocent. That, like, no, it's China and Russia that are doing these, right? It's like 100% America is researching this kind of stuff, and that is scary because they have basically no control over any of that.
If you want to get back into scary, I mean,
Let's
everything is scary these days. This one really kind of got me nervous as well because I'd heard about this, but basically big tech is really wanting to harvest your thoughts. So think about having to have privacy of how you think.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And so there's a story they're talking about. It's how the physical world can be seen. So there is this idea that you can do things called brain mining. So it's like extracting certain knowledge, language, behaviors, and then it's used AI to figure out, okay, what are those patterns? It's also training some of those systems. And so there have been some new articles talking about how they can start tracing brain waves. Of course, you have to like put this ridiculous thing on your head, and it has all this other thing. But we're getting closer to being able to, like, not even have a private thought. And a lot of people are like, nobody's gonna wear that on their head and do that. And you're right, they're not. But the next iteration of it that doesn't need to be worn on your head, right, and you have to, like, walk through some, like, storefront, and it goes right through there, and it's like, oh, this person's gonna steal something from us or whatever.
Oh man,
you're
so right. I mean, they want more training for AI, right? And they've used up every written word ever written and every video and audio ever produced. And once you get to the end of that, you go, what else do we download? Where else can we get training data for these? And it's real-time brain waves from you. And like you said, no one's going to put this thing on their head and do it. But what if it was built into an amazing VR headset? And the VR headset was, like, awesome, and it was glasses maybe that you wore that were augmented reality, and it was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And Google was just like, I'll just give you these glasses for free. You just go pick them up at the store. They're $1,000, but I'm giving them away. And all you have to do is check a little EULA that says, it's going to scan my brain every time I'm looking at things or doing stuff, and that's going to go into the training data.
Well, did you see the Razer headset that they were doing?
Oh,
so
yeah,
there was, like, a headset that would be able to read your brain waves and, like, make your arm react faster.
It was for, like, gamers something. Well, and it didn't make your arm do anything. It read your brain and went, like, you're at peak capacity, like you're hitting on every brain cell level. Or it would be like, you're tired, or you're not doing things in an optimal way, so that you could, like, say it, but still, that's still reading your damn brain.
No, I mean, it was supposedly, like, maybe it wasn't the Razer one, but I watched a guy that had created a version that would send an electrical impulse to get him to do things, and he was, like proving
clicking faster or something,
and moving faster based off things on his
screen. It sounds like
screen.
some StarCraft meta right there.
And it's actually out there. It's ridiculous. All right, so before we get into the main topic, we got to talk about robots. So you're going to see a robot I got to make, which is awesome. Right. I'm really excited to show it off.
Yeah.
But before we get there, this next one was pretty interesting. This one is AI risk in schools is not cheating. It's just really students that are like, why do I have to learn?
Yeah.
The desire to learn is being zapped. And I think this is a really good segue into the main topic in a bit here. But they were saying that, like, artificial intelligence, it's really focusing on the wrong, like, we're saying, don't use it. It's not great. It's going to mess you up. I have personally felt some versions of this where I'm like, why even try? AI is just going to spit the damn thing out
Right.
exactly like you need it to.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 10 times better or, perceived better
Yeah.
by the others than what I was able to produce. And I have this, like, I don't know, depression and anxiety about
and
it.
if you did say you did spend 5 hours creating the report or whatever, and it wasn't as good, and everybody around you just went like, thanks, Adam, for your great report, and they kind of went, oh God, it's like this is like not as in depth or complex that Adam normally does, but you actually spent the time and did it. Like nobody cares
Nobody
in a
cares about
capitalistic
time.
society. They care about the output, right? And that is very sad.
So one of the articles, this is a TechSpot article, but I thought it was really funny, the actual title of it. It was, and that's not the full title. I cut off the first part. It was like, the great-grandmother of AI talks about the risk in schools.
The great-grandmother of AI?
Like, that's what they're... So there's this lady, Fei Li, and honestly, I went and looked into it, and they do have some legitimate history to it. But I just love the, like, sensationalist titles, like, the great-uncle, grandfather, child, nephew of AI has said... It's like, that makes a damn difference.
If you just do an article that says AI is a risk in schools, you're not getting no clicks on that. You got to put grandma in it.
Grandma's in there, boom, 1 million, baby. But
Top of Reddit.
I really like the article. They're struggling. Schools are struggling. Teachers are having to figure out curriculum rewrites, and this is hard because I work in education, and to be able to swap and change curriculum, rebuild classes, rebuild lessons takes some time.
Yeah.
Okay, so use AI to do it or whatever. But
Right.
I don't know. But then you have to validate it. You want to use your expertise. There's a lot that goes into it. And so as we start to just even think about how we police it, people are like, well, it's already producing these results. Like, we need better ways to engage. We need other ways to learn and master things in this new smart assistant world. So I don't know. I'm kind of in this weird zone right now of being like, it has to be intentional. It has to be something that maybe the individual user does, or we have to start building systems, AI systems that are going to be better, that we can leverage so that it induces a little bit more of the mastery or learning process that is now getting skipped.
Yeah, because schools build towards you having external motivations, right? Your grade is not an internal motivation for you to do something. It's an external validation that you know what you're doing. And that has worked fine for a long time. But now your output for a grade that gives you a grade that moves you on to the next grade is like not good enough to show like, are you actually interested in learning and developing as a human being? Like that's what I feel like we're going to have to get away from right now, which is, right now it's outputs that are judged, not effort that went into it. And that leads to people giving up and being like, whatever, the AI can do an output that would be better than what I can. So why not just do that? And you don't want that apathy in kids.
Not at all. I thought the hot takes were great. Teaching students not to use AI may become as outdated as teaching students not to use search engines. I love that. It's
Right.
true. And that's what I feel like. You're fighting the ocean right here. You're not going to be able to get past it.
Yeah.
The other part of it, though, I thought was a little bit more poignant for me is that the challenge, and I believe this too, is it's not the cheating aspect of it. It's the assisted thinking and skipping over some of that struggle part. And how do you escape it? Like, tell me an application that you use that doesn't have some sort of AI integrated into it. So you tell a student, don't use AI. You're like, everything I use has AI. I can't get away from it.
Yeah. If I do a Google search, I'm using AI.
I don't know. If AI can write essays, what should schools measure in the learning? And I have some takes on that in the mastery section.
In the actual.
But seriously, I feel like we're in a rough spot.
Yeah. But you know what's good? We are having a larger normal people in my life are asking me about this type of thing that they were not asking me about, how social media was going to warp our brains, right? Like nobody was talking about that. They just used it and did whatever. And now like normal people who are not into technology are asking me questions and bringing up this, which is good. I'm glad we're having the conversation about it as a society.
It's super polarized. I
Yeah.
feel like we're in this divide, the non-AIs and the AIs.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call them.
Let's workshop that.
AIers. Airs. All right, Ryan, you gotta walk us through.
Okay, all right. So, robot. We got a couple robot videos.
Uh-oh,
No video.
Wait, oh, that was the screen. Shoot, I don't know how to get that up.
You can't show the screen? That's okay.
Maybe not. Let me try. You think about things.
So
for a second.
so the I can talk about it and then we'll see.
I'll work it.
And so this first one is like, of course, a robot out of China. China is making all sorts of crazy robots, and this one is sort of it's scary. You know, it's neat to look at, but it is a weird thing. So it's sort of a ball.
I want to see if I could get this.
It's a ball that is about, the size. It's maybe like 3 feet. 3 feet.
Sorry.
Pushing the wrong buttons on the old Stream Deck. So it's a ball. It's a ball that sort of has treads all around it, and it can move in any direction. And it's kind of there to help police officers go through and take video, obviously, and sort of be there as kind of like a little companion. Not a companion in the sense that they're like talking to it, but it's there to sort of help with
here it is.
Yeah, just sort of going through and being in the crowd, and also they can like run it at people.
First of all, that looks creepy as hell.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's definitely sci-fi-ish. It has all these like cameras on the side and everything, and they were saying like, oh, you could like run it at someone if they were running away and sort of knock them over. and it has...
Is it controlled?
Like, so I don't know if it's controlled.
He had a little controller on it.
It could be. It could be controlled, or I think it has an autonomous like way. But 35 kilometers an hour is pretty damn fast. And like they were showing, people trying to hit it with sticks, and it can like shoot this net. It shoots a net at you, which, I mean, all of this is a little early thing. And so look at this guy, the on the screen right now, a guy's like hitting it with a bat or something, or with a stick. And he's like hitting the rubber part of the top of it. I'm like, wouldn't you hit the side of it with all the cameras and things like that? You'd probably want that, you'd bring a baseball bat to that.
Regardless, it's number one, scary as hell, because we're going to start using robots.
Like, imagine like half a dozen of those chasing you down the street and
get
like knocking you over.
You hit the side and it pinches the cable, and now it's in kill mode. It's coming for you.
But anyway, just sort of a different, like, we talk about like, different ways that robots are going to be, not just bipedal or even quadruped. They're going to be coming all sorts of different scary shapes and sizes.
That is absolutely terrifying, that particular one. And it looks like you have another video. Should we look at this? I have another one.
Well? Yeah.
All right.
So this is Gemini over the last month put out a robotics, and this is their second version of it.
I'm gonna have to ghetto it this way.
Gemini Robotics 2. And what this is kind of a platform where they use Gemini's large language model to put it into robots and help them sort of understand the world that they are in. And one of the big things with this one is that they can sort of communicate and help each other learn things. So if you have two robots and they're sort of working in the same area together, one can watch the other one and sort of see how it is working and doing things, and learn and add that to its own training, so that you can do
robots
a little bit
teaching
less.
Robots.
Yeah, like you can do a little bit less of like having to manually train it all the time. Maybe you train one, and then it can sort of help and train.
You train that first one, and then it murders the human. You're like, that's how you do that.
You train your first Terminator, and then it trains the other Terminators.
Okay, what's the deal with it doing all this like retro stuff?
It's just trying to be fun. It's using an Atari and plugging in old stuff.
I absolutely want to get a robot. I wanted to buy one or create one. Did you
like
see the one?
Like a bipedal one?
Yeah, bipedal. That there was one in the chat that I put in Discord, and you can 3D print and do the whole thing. And then it was like, don't do it. But it was like 10 grand.
10
if
grand.
you bought the parts. And I was like, at that point, I'm just gonna buy one.
Yeah, because I feel like, and then they're so different. Some of them they're just like, oh, well, now it can sort of stand there and walk around, and it doesn't have fingers, and it doesn't have any of that stuff. And so I feel like a lot of those sort of $10,000 Unitree robots, not not super useful unless you're like teaching it to
But
people.
the other side of it too is those Unitree. I don't think we're going to be able to buy them. Have you seen what happened with the current administration? No Chinese robot purchases.
Yep.
I almost bought the dog one. Did I tell you about this?
No.
I looked at the Unitree dog robot. It's $2,800 for the one that can flip and run around and do all the things. And I was like,
$2,800
might want to do that. It was like so close. And I was like, I want version 3.
Yeah.
But it was Unitree. What is this model? This is
so
Gemini?
this is the Gemini one, and it's more just like it's for any robot, right? So you can put it into anything, and it will sort of help understand the world. It like uses cameras to visualize things and be able to know. And then they were talking about like, I don't know if you just saw where it was sort of tying the bag together of the trash bag. They were like, it's easier for it to use small movements, and these are they're always saying like, this is autonomous, right? So no one's controlling this, and it's at like real-time speed. Sometimes they're like, oh, this is sped up 5 times. This one isn't. I mean, he's still kind of slow, but that's faster than,
It's so close to Terminator,
so
Brian.
close.
We are
so
so
close.
almost there.
Ooh, Stealth Mouse supports the dog. All right, put it in the cart.
I know. I was thinking like, should I get it before the thing happens?
Before the tariffs happen and you're not be able to import in anything.
It was hilarious though, because I was like, I'm kind of like wanting to get this dog, and there was a guy, and he's like, I don't usually do unboxings or whatever, and let me show you this dog. And I was like trying to learn about it. And just as a side note of how hilarious this was, he had a table, and he put it on the table, and he's like, all right, let's try to turn it on. And then it like flipped off the table, and he's like, oh my God. And then like camera cuts, then he comes back, he's like, all right, we should probably do this on the floor. Everything's still okay. But it was crazy because this little dog.
They weigh a lot, don't they?
It was 40, 50 pounds.
Okay. Well,
and then they had this little thing, you put it on your belt, and this little thing will walk next to you autonomously like a little dog.
Nice.
And I don't know. And then you can control it, and then you can control it really, really, really far.
And like I'd put a little backpack on it or something, you'd be like, hey, all right, come on a hike with me and carry the water and carry all my garbage.
They said that was the sucky part, is when the battery goes, you're carrying this big ass robot out of there.
And all the stuff it had on its back. You're like, ugh.
Yeah, it was the same. It looks like the one from Boston Dynamics. It almost looks exactly like that one.
Yeah,
it's
they all copied that. I wonder, and we should definitely move on, but like, what are the battery life is on those things? Like, does it work for 10 minutes and then?
No, it's fairly large. Like you can get it for depending on what you're doing. Like the guy's like, yeah, you can get this other battery size, but I think it was at least an hour or if not longer.
Sure.
So you can do some cool things with it.
Nice.
Anyways, robots are fun. We're gonna see the robot I built. I was really excited to do that because of all this robot talk, and I'm like, we're going to do some robots, but we're going to see that after the main topic. So stick around.
Yes.
After the main topic, you're going to see robot hexapod. So it's 6-legged. It's not quite a spider.
No.
But it is definitely creepy. Have you seen it walk?
No, I haven't. But it looks like a spider.
You're going to have to see the walk. It definitely will make you feel comfortable. And then we're gonna play the new levels of Halo, or at least one of them, right?
Totally. Yeah, I feel like this podcast or this show used to be almost like an entirely Halo podcast. So it feels like we go back to our roots and play this new version.
But we have the new one that came out. Yeah. We're just gonna go back to our roots. I spent some time to try to make it look cool. Yeah. Apparently, I screwed something up on this end because I did get it so that we could play Xbox out here eventually at some time in the future. Nice. That's what probably screwed up my screen share. So we will fix that. But I feel like it's time, Ryan.
Let's do it.
Are we ready for this?
Ready for it.
All right.
It's the main topic with Adam and Ryan on the Hangout.
Woo.
Man, oh man, we have the topic tonight. Thank you for joining us for this one. We would love to hear your feedback as we go through this, because
just your opinions.
It's your opinions, your insights, the ways that you may kind of conceive this or believe it or not.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about some very specific things. The topic of tonight is mastery in the age of the smarter assistant. And I do feel like over this last year, AI has created this anxiety, this stress, this fear on people, those that really truly understand what it can do, what it can take over, what it can kind of replace the many hours and time that you have spent in your life perfecting something that now can be spit out instantly and create something that is probably better than what you could have maybe created after a decade, maybe even 2 of working and perfecting your craft.
It's true.
And so one of the first things I wanted to mention, and this one's an interesting one we can build on this, is that as we start to think about systems that take over our ability to master and become good at things, one of the good examples is GPS.
Yeah.
Think about a time before GPS, and I remember you and I used to do this. Ryan, I drove to go see this guy in Savannah, Georgia, 24 hours straight, no GPS. I remember a big book I pulled out and had to think like, okay, I go to this exit, look for it, keep countdown, because then you have a major turn and you got to do this. It was marked up. The amount that I could navigate across the United States of America was amazing.
Yeah.
I've done it when I've traveled internationally, and I remember how much navigation was nowadays. Like, I don't even think about it. I'm just like, offload that to GPS, and GPS will take me to where I need to go. I trust it. If I miss a corner, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
GPS will get me there. It'll be great.
Totally. 100%. Like, the idea, you know, that you would go to a brand new city and be like, okay, I'm going to stay at this hotel and here's where I need to go, you know, in between that. But the idea of then being like, well, I'm going to have to get a map of the city. And if I want to go to a restaurant, I'm going to have to figure out where that is and everything. Gosh, it just feels like that is such an old part of our lives that, like, not a single person, I don't think, like, misses that in their life, right? Like, it was such a burden, but also, you know, it was probably lighting up and training parts of our brain that, like, we just do not do now. You know, I just let the you know, Google Maps handle it all, and the idea of pulling out a map and doing all the different, like, routes and turns and everything is like anxiety producing to me now. And because I don't have to do it, I'm like, whatever, let the computer do it.
And so I think this is a really good kind of frame set for what we're about to talk about, because in that particular example, we've offloaded a piece of our brain, cognitively offloaded worry, fear, understanding how to navigate, and have essentially given it to an application to drive where we're headed.
Right.
Now,
landmarks, like recognizing landmarks, being able to wayfind, like, all of those are things that, like, we built up over the years, and we just kind of went, it's really a big pain, so I'm just going to let the computer do it.
And the difference maybe as we start to compare, and we'll get to the comparison of what modern AI is doing, is that GPS was bounded. It was bounded to one activity.
Right.
And that's basically get me from this point to this point, maybe add some things in between. But we didn't say our entire ability to think was offloaded on GPS. And so other areas, and this is an important part as we start to talk about mastery and these concepts of learning, is that one bounded piece of information that GPS took over didn't affect other pieces of our ability to learn. Right. So we would be able to still see things, understand, like, hey, I may need to go and stop for gas because the gas tank is down. It didn't take away my ability to, like, make other decisions. It was just that in the navigation.
It's like very narrow, very, very a narrow taking away of your abilities in one very small part that probably didn't have anything to do with your job that you had, right? It wasn't taking away Adam's ability. It wasn't a cab driver, right? So, like, it was only taking away a very specific part, and one part that you felt like you're like, I could lose that. You know, it would make it so much more convenient for me. Everyone as a society went, we're fine offloading that.
And so as we start to go into these next piece, is that I think the first act I want to talk about is this barrier that starts to disappear. Because we talked about this just a bit ago with the teachers being, you know, like, oh God, AI is taking things over. People are cheating. People are not learning things. And I've heard this a lot. And actually, I'm seeing it. It's that people are not reading as much. Yeah. They're not engaging, like, critically in their thought process. They're just basically, like, having AI tell them what to do. Like, it's some sort of specialized oracle that will tell you the right answer, and it's giving you something. And so I think that's where we're starting to get into this moment in time where we are truly offloading a majority of our thinking or a lot of our thinking. One of the interesting pieces in the research that we figured out is a little bit about what drives this, and I like the
loop.
The loop, as it's called.
Loop.
You want to talk about the loop?
I loved the topic or the idea of the
For
loop,
sure.
right? And what that is you say, okay, as a human being, you're like, all right, I'm gonna offload a little bit of this because maybe I don't know how to do it, or I'm not confident in it, or there's like some reason that you offload some sort of cognitive thing to it, and then because you did that, the next time that comes up, say, or something like that, you say, well, last time I let the computer handle it. So I probably, I probably am less even than confident that I was the time before that. So I'm more likely then to allow the computer to either do that same amount or even a little bit more. Right. And so it's like decreasing the amount of confidence that you have in your own self to do things your own self, so that then next time you let it do a little bit more and a little bit more. And then you keep coming back. And that loop is the thing that then eventually brings you all the way down to where, like, every decision you're just like, well, I'm just gonna ChatGPT that or whatever, because I have no confidence in my own abilities. And I was like, whoa, oh man, that feels, I can feel that in my real life.
And I think you're like, this is that juxtaposition though, is that what you start as you cognitively offload, what you're also offloading is your longer term learning capabilities.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the struggle, if you don't focus in on that habit that's going to get you, over that barrier to understand something, what you're ending up doing is you're giving it to something else, and you're getting that instant performance, you're getting that instant optimization, you're getting that instant output, and now you're just used to being able to be like, I could ask it, the output comes, and I don't know the steps that get me to the output.
Right, anymore.
And the loop becomes not, and I think this is where it gets a little hairy for folks, is that you're like, well, I had to prompt it. Like, isn't that critical thinking? You've gotten really good at using the tool, not actually learning the thing that gets you to that end point. You get maybe some bad results. You're like, oh, I just got to tweak the way I prompt this, and it's going to get me a little better. And you're like, well, that's making me learn. No, that's making you a better prompter and utilizer of that tool itself. So I like it. Mike Azul in the chat's mentioning cognitive atrophy, your ability to not like practice. It's like you don't go and play your baseball and just be like, well, I watched 20 videos on how to hit like a ball great and show up and think you could hit it great.
Or AI gave me some tips on hitting balls great, and now I'm a great hitter, right? It's the same thing. Like the most rich person in the world, Elon Musk, cannot pay his way into running a marathon. Like if Elon Musk wanted to run a marathon, there's no amount of things that he could pay or like he has to put in the work to run a marathon. Same as all of us, there's no easy way out of becoming, a marathon runner. You literally have to put in the work. And that has been true of like mental capabilities too, like all the way up into this point. Like you have to read the book, right? You have to sit there and think about it. You have to process it and go through all these things and do the like very hard work that goes into making you the person that you are today. And now it sort of feels a little bit like you could kind of shortcut that, but it's very surface level shortcutting. It's very short term, cutting. And I feel like the bad part is we oftentimes optimize for the short term, like you're the grade that you get in this semester, right? Or the output that you give at your job is a very short term way of doing it. And so, yes, of course, we're going to lean in on some of these tools that give you great short term benefits with undermining your sort of long-term cognitive like building, just because that is the way society has been optimized for this, the age that we're in.
And this is the topic that really got me into thinking about what really is learning. Like how do we get to this point of conceiving things? And a lot of times it's about that journey. It's about the struggle. And that's what we're starting to cut out of our lives. We talked about it way earlier on our boredom podcast when we were saying like how boredom gave our time and our mind to think things through, be reflective, get to that metacognition. That was where we could relax and kind of thinking of things. And in the same note, as we start to think about like outcomes, if some computers can just spit it out and we've never had the struggle, we've never had to go through those barriers, that longer term ability to leverage that tool or that insight that you learned is not going to be there. You have given it no effort, no time. And I think that's where I start to think about like the title of what we talked about, mastery when they have a smarter assistant. If you're always trusting the assistant, like how do you know it's wrong? And one of the areas that I always thought was interesting is, how many times do you see somebody talking and you're like, they are BSing the hell out of me right now? Like their mannerisms and all the things that they're saying are making me really truly believe like they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Sure.
And there's an intuition about it.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a smart assistant that can lie or at least just say it so damn confidently that you're not going to question it, nor do you even have the ability to question things. You're going to just take it at face value. We're going to find ourselves in a really difficult place.
So in the chat, I want to call out one thing. So Stealth Mouse is saying, she's like, I don't know, I feel like there have been shortcuts with everything and many still learn, maybe not as in depth, but the learning still occurs. Neurons are still forming attachments. And that is one thing that I feel like is on the opposite side of this argument that I was like wrestling with during this entire thing. And I'm glad Stealth brought it up in the chat because, you know, it's a thing that I feel like, say we talk about GPS, right? We talked about GPS being a narrow thing and you lost out on, you know, wayfinding basically by letting GPS do that. The thing is, like, what did GPS open up for you that allows your brain to be even more engaged in the world, right? Like, yes, I lost wayfinding. But what I gained is maybe I'm in a new city and I could just be like, where's the art museum? You know, and maybe if I didn't have GPS, I'd be like, oh my God, I have to navigate this entire highway system to get to the art museum or to go to this amazing restaurant and having a cool thing. And so instead, I'll just eat at the Applebee's next to the hotel, right? Because it's right here. And I won't go to any art museums. But now because I have GPS, like I'm more open to all the different possibilities that are out in the world. And maybe that is the complexity and that is the learning that it does. Now, what it does is I have to have that as part of my, like, you know, into it. Like I need to be able to be intentional about that because right now, like if I have GPS and I'm not allowing, you know, doing the wayfinding or whatever, and I still say, whatever, I'm just going to eat at Applebee's next to the hotel. And then I'm just going to brain rot on my phone for 3 hours in the hotel room. Like that is the bad side of that because you're losing both. You're losing the wayfinding that you would have to do to be able to do those things. And you're not going out and using it for that. And so I feel like there's a back and forth of this of like, the technology is there and it can really help you and make critical thinking in lots of different ways. But because it's not absolutely necessary for you to even get to the airport or get to the hotel, like you have to sort of have that, you know, like gumption to go out and do those things yourself, which, you know, do we all have that? No, we don't. But, you know, it can still build up our minds.
I am agreeing with everything being stated right here. And I think the difference, and we'll get to more of the AI component, is that I'm going to go back to the idea that it's bounded. And the fact that like it took one narrow thing that said navigation, and Mike Azul brought up a great point. Like you may need it a couple times, but eventually it helps you learn that thing, and it might be muscle memory or get to that. Does it? And this question is more of just like an open question. Does it help you navigate generally though? So maybe it helps you learn the one route. And I could actually argue both sides of this, is that it might help you to realize, well, when I'm navigating, I should probably be making these kind of turns, or I should stop at these areas. And so somehow inherently you start to learn a little bit of some like navigation tips or thoughts because you've gone through one route enough of a time. But again, it's on a narrow path. It's a similar thing. It's like always either like driving or walking or biking on a designated path with a very predictable predictable, like almost like learning tool, because you study it, you look at it. You contrast that with AI that could be like, it can argue with you, it could have any kind of like opinions out there, it could it's so much more broad and unbounded as to what it can happen, that like the learning isn't as consistent or where it's headed. And so maybe that's a good transition to talk a little bit about some of the things that we've seen in terms of how this barrier starts to disappear in some of these other research studies we've seen out there. I think one of the ones that was there was a couple that were interesting out there, and I like the idea that they did some testing on AI. I wanted to talk about one of them about endoscopists, and this is the one in Poland. And so what had happened is that there was this detection rate done without AI, about 28.4% before software arrived.
Well, so that was them looking at X-rays or whatever and being like, or they're scoping you, right? They're going. They have the little tube. It's in a a screen. It's going through your butt or whatever, and they're like they detected it 28% of the time.
Without AI.
Without AI. Like 28% of the time they were like, yep, we found the thing that we were looking for in there, which is kind of low. But to be honest,
it's regardless of the lowness, but here's what happened is that then they introduced AI, and the ability to detect actually it went up.
Yeah.
And it went up. They're like, okay, this tool is helping that. But then they went further to remove the AI from those same people or some of this cohort, this test group, and their ability to detect was lower than they first initially did. So basically, they were able to detect pretty decent. Well, not decent as 28%,
but whatever.
And then AI came in, they increased their ability to detect. But then they took it away and it reduced. So it was showing that like they started to offload. Maybe there's that atrophy we talked about of the brain, is that they started to offload their cognitive thinking and their detection skills on this particular endoscope to the point where it actually made them worse at being able to do it without AI. It became a dependency to get more accurate.
Yeah, Stealth Mouse is asking, what were they detecting? I think it was like polyps, right?
It was polyps.
It was polyps in
and so being able to develop colorectal cancer. And so the AI assisted, it was helping to find more cancer. It absolutely was. But is that then on their own, when left to their own devices, they were unable to do that?
I don't know. I still feel like, let me give the opposite argument to this.
Sure.
Like, of course, when you use a tool that is awesome, you get better. And when you take it away, you get worse. Like, that seems like if I was like, I'm doing a bunch of math problems and you gave me a calculator and then you were like, yeah, do the math problems. And you're like, yeah, great. Now I'm great at math. And then I took the calculator away. Like, of course you're going to be worse at math. Like, that is what humans do. We bring in tools like that help us and make us better as human beings. And then once we sort of figure it out as humanity, we go, I don't need to think about that anymore. Like maybe polyp detection in endoscopy is just a thing that humans and AI do really great together, and humans by themselves, we just like, we don't do that anymore, because humans and AI together, just like I was thinking about this in the shower the other day when thinking about this topic. And I was sort of like, you know what I don't do? I don't make my own clothes, like I don't sew my own clothes. I don't like pick out the fabric for my own clothes and do that. And would I be a more well-rounded and probably like critically thinking person if I like was cutting out my own clothes and sewing them together and hand doing all that stuff? Like, yeah, my brain would be bigger and we would do that. But what I've done has been like, humanity figured out making clothes, right? They are made in a factory of a thing, and I don't have to figure out how to make my own clothes anymore. My cognitive stuff is focused on other, even probably more complex thoughts of collaboration and creating things and doing that. And so I don't have to think about clothes anymore because humanity has figured that out. And so what I do is I think about different things that are just as complex or even more complex. And then I use the little bit of money that I get from that and I just purchase clothes. And so is this sort of AI like world that we are going in, you're sort of like, well, it is going to handle some of this. And we just as a society aren't going to have to care about detecting polyps inside of, colon videos anymore. And doctors can then focus on more research or more crazy other, like even more complex things that humans and AI would be better at figuring out. And we just let all of that stuff go, I don't know.
I mean, but isn't that the point of society? Isn't that why we have specializations, and everything we've done up to this point is so that you don't have to go figure out how to do a shirt because there's somebody that wants to make the clothes. You want to be an artist. You want to go and be, doing the creative design work that you do. And so you choose that piece of it. And I guess your argument stands up until you get to like a tool that's like the oracle of AI. AI can do all of the things now. Yeah. And so now you're starting to feel like, well, what the hell does a human do that's not better than AI? Like, go plan a trip and then have AI plan that same trip. And you're going to probably get even closer, if not better. It's going to be like, hey, check out this awesome deal, and you should go 5 blocks deeper, and now you go to this crazy like taco restaurant that like is amazing that most people wouldn't know. So I think it's starting to step on all these things of where you would normally be like, great, now I have time to go like focus on my craft. I want to go paint. Oh wait, great, AI just like spits out amazing freaking paintings that I can do. And so it starts to put this other kind of pressure on yourself to say, man, am I what am I even good? Like, what should I do that AI can't do?
But people paint and know that they are not the best painters in the entire world, right? Like, I paint and I'm not the best painter in the whole world, but like, I still feel like I can put myself, like some of my own like thinking and thoughts into the painting, and it's personal to me, right? And I think like, oh, if I make it in a certain way, maybe other people will like it. But I know that I'm never going to be like a fine artist painter that sells their paintings for millions of dollars or whatever. But it's still like, done to do that. Now, the reason that I say, oh, my paintings aren't as good because they don't cost $1 million is because we live in a capitalistic society that says the things that you should be trying to master are things that are useful for society that we can pay you for in a job. And, when you talk about there being some oracle AI that can just do anything, you have to then detach yourself from what is important to me. And maybe painting shitty paintings is important to me because I get out all my stuff, but that isn't, a thing that is important to society or that can get me money. You have to be like, well, AI does everything that is worthwhile to society in the way of like making money and creating things in that way. So it can only be, as long as it's important to me or important to the people around me, then it's worth doing. Which right now is not the case, because those things that are important to me and I feel like is worthwhile to my family, like, are not important to an economics in a capitalistic society.
And so I'm not going to argue this because I understand what you're saying.
So we've gotten way off to, I apologize.
No, we're great. We're good. Yeah. And what I would say is that what we're getting at is that mastery step in this process. And like, so you may never be that painter. You may never want to be that. But think about anybody else that really wants to go through the craft or creativity of being a great painter. Mm-hmm. And if they skip some of the steps of like struggling to do color theory or struggling to figure out how to get the right paint to texture on a canvas, they don't gesso the canvas right, mm-hmm. or they don't have those skills, and they always offload that to like AI, and they've never mastered some of those steps because they're like, why would I care about color theory? Give me my color palette for my painting. And it just spits it out. And they're like, great, they can go and paint their thing. But now they've never like thought about a different color, or maybe colors that would be amazing in this thing because they've offloaded it to this oracle that's done that. And they've never had to go through the trials and tribulation of understanding how you do these steps or how you
Yeah.
master this in such a way that it enables you to understand why you might cognitively offload it. And I think that's maybe more of the friction that I'm seeing, is that if we keep cutting out that middle zone of like struggle and learning and growing, that at one point we're not going to have people that know anything. They're only going to know how to use AI and whatever AI has been trained on, and we're going to start having a challenge of being able to be doing anything without the idea of having AI as that one area that tells you the answer.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're absolutely right. My always thing that I come back to is maybe the future is a different, crazier thing that we cannot even think of, that where your job will be you and AI doing work that you can't even fathom right now, right? Just like we couldn't in the 1900s, like in 1920, you couldn't fathom what a web developer would be doing, right? Like you just couldn't even put that together in your mind, because so many steps are in between, you know, being a 1920s, you know, like factory worker and a web developer. And I'm sort of thinking, maybe are we in the point right now where we keep thinking about, we need to be making our minds more critically thinking in the old way of thinking stuff. And you're like, it's taking away all the old stuff. And you're like, yeah, but there's going to be a million cool new things that you and AI are going to do together that are going to make that critical thinking. And it's just going to be the new way. And you're not going to have to give a shit about color theory. You're going to care about XYZ of some future crazy AI, compatibility of you doing that forward that we can't even think of right now, that will be just as creative and fulfilling and brain expanding than is learning color theory right now.
So yes to everything. I think, I don't know what I call this, but there's a line.
Sure.
Where at in society does this line get crossed to where if the entire world got like broken down to nothing,
Sure.
that we would still be able to rebuild ourselves to a certain point? And so, for instance, if we rely so much on AI to take off our cognitive thinking that, you know, in let's say 20 years, we don't ever even think about how to grow food on farms. We don't have people that know what the hell like a hoe is and how you actually like till the ground and generate like good soil, because we always offload it to AI, is that we've never built this mastery in humanity and we lose it.
I mean, I don't know how to grow the most amount of food for my family that I would need to sustain.
You don't,
my family.
but others still do at this point.
Others still,
right
someone,
now.
You're saying someone
still does. So in a future where, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, it's still in discourse with people that don't even really know what AI is, and we're still having the conversations.
Yeah.
It's so pervasive now that it's talked about across all different spectrums, and it's become issues in politics. It's become something so pervasive in our society that it you know, those farmers right now that may know it, maybe their sons and daughters are the ones that are not mastering the craft, and they're asking AI, well, how do I do this? How do I do that? And we've now lost the art of things. We've heard this about a couple different crafts that are out there, like people that carve amazing wood sculptures or certain things. And now it's debatable. Are those things that are lost to society and we've traded it for something amazing? I don't know. You could probably make that debate.
Sure.
But at what point do certain critical skills for our survival depend on AI, where we have to it becomes a dependency?
Yeah, and I like this. There was an article that I liked from The Atlantic called "The People Who Will Thrive in the Age of AI" by David Brooks, and we could share that.
Absolutely.
In the Discord. But I love one of the things that he talked about is like cognitive surrender, and what that is you're like, you start using the AI so much that you stop sort of understanding who you are. Like, you're not building up who you are through the struggle. Like, you're just sort of saying, well, I sort of trust the AI to tell me what to do and the colors to pick and the things like that. And you just sort of give up and kind of say, great, I'm just going to, you know, allow the AI to guide me all the time in every decision that I make. And you lose a bunch of your curiosity. Like he talks about in the article, like a teacher who, say, shows you a new tool. and goes immediately into here's what the tool does, here's how we're going to use it, here's how we're going to make up a clay pot, or here's how we're going to work with this, and you immediately take away some of the curiosity that human beings just have by not being told exactly how to do something. You're sort of like, hey, when I'm left to my own devices, I'm more creative. I'm curious about things. Like, I want to know about it. We are just like, that is how human beings are. But the moment you're like, hey, I'm going to instruct you on what this does, you start sort of saying like, well, they must know best. The teacher knows best. The teacher knows what this tool does. Mm-hmm. And so I'll just like sit here and listen to what the tool does. And then I will, mimic what she tells me, or he or she tells me what to do. And that is that cognitive surrender. It's like, that's what sort of AI does, is it kind of goes in a very confident way. No, this is how you should do things. And if the only way that you ever think about it is what AI tells you to do, then you're losing out on all the things that make us human, which is that creativity.
I think you're hitting on that, and we haven't even got into it. We're acting like AI is some like other thing, like other humans are helping build AI,
right?
And so if we already know this is happening, think of how it can be gamed to make people in mass think one way or another,
right? As
well. So like our ability to have discernment around like, is that a good thing we should do? Like even right now, I'm using myself as an anecdote. There are times where AI would say things and I would almost just be like, yeah, okay, cool. And I'm like, wait a second, BS, what are you doing? And it got me into doing certain loops of stuff that I was like, man, I had to like think about breaking myself out of that. Mm-hmm. And so if you're having to even think about like the AI being right or wrong or believing it, how are you going to even have any time to, or why would you want to struggle through anything at that point? Why would you even care? Why would you care? You're like, this thing is going to do whatever I needed to do. Why am I even going to spend the time to perfect anything?
But like they talk about in the article, like marathon runners, like there is way the hell better ways to bring yourself as a person 26.2 miles. Yeah. Like, you could ride in a car, you could, ride a bicycle 26 miles, you do a million different ways to get 26 miles away from where you start. But people still are like, hey, I want to push myself. I want to see what my limits are. I want to, look at myself and be like, tomorrow is going to be a better Ryan because I am training and doing this marathon thing. And it's not about like making it to a destination that is 26.2 miles away, which is kind of how we think about learning and doing stuff here, is like, there is a destination where I am a master at a thing, and it's because I will then have a good job, or I will then be able to sell the stuff that I am doing, or I will be able to talk about it in a way that, that is more knowledgeable. Right. But like, at some point you have to, if it doesn't do any of those things, it's just on you to be like, I am going to be better than I was yesterday. And that means not just listening to the AI tell me everything. Maybe it's you telling your AI, don't ever just tell me the answer. Like, talk to me like as if you were a tutor or something.
And we're gonna get there. I think that's the answer of this.
Right.
And you're 100% right. And I think that's where we're headed with this. Are we talking about the most idealistic? I don't know numbers here of people that can think that way. How much of the population is just cool to like say, I'm going to just give up my brain to this because it's going to give me a better life? And honestly, I'd like to know how many people that's actually true for.
Yeah.
Like you cognitively surrender, and the AI actually gives you a better cycle of life because you would have never been able to master it in the first place. I think where I'm most concerned around this is this mastery of those that are actually driving us forward in society a little deeper because they've had to struggle. You've been put into positions to struggle, and then like the I guess the look of an AI or the attempt of an AI to be able to solve that problem will be so difficult to get away from that you're gonna still be like, yeah, like I want to run that marathon, but maybe AI can tell me like a few more like tips and things that I could do. And you start like, listening to it more, and you start not listening to your body, but you're listening to this. Like we talk about the devices that we wear. Why should that tell you how well you sleep? Can't you just like say, oh man, I had a terrible night of sleep because my watch told me that? Or can you wake up and be like, no, that was a good night of sleep. I don't care what my watch told me. Like, I think we're in the same place where there's going to be this like, we're in the place right now where there's a struggle where we can still pull ourselves away and say, yes, I can like be myself. I don't know in the future if it's going to be as easy, if it's so pervasive in every kind of way.
But like we could train AI models to always just sort of not just give you the answer straight up, right? Like you could say like, hey, treat me as if, I'm a student and you're a tutor and you're sort of, doing that. I could see that being a world where we could do that. And I also agree that I feel like at some point, I feel like I've seen where people, there are smart people in your life that you're like, they're really, really smart, but they just try to like not do very much, like they're trying to get the easy way out all the time. And you're like, man, you could be like a rock star just doing all of this stuff in your life, but you're kind of like, like I don't really want to. I feel like that is going to be a thing that we are going to have in all of our lives, because we're going to get to a point where you could just be doing the stuff in your work, like, and using AI to sort of do that and kind of get away with sort of the very minimum of that in a capitalistic society. And maybe you're fine with that, and I just feel like there's going to have to be some like internal motivation for you to say like, no, I'm not going to go that route. I am going to go the route of more like using my brain to create new things or think about new ways to do it. And if I'm doing that with AI, then cool, we can do that together better than I ever could by myself. But I'm not just offloading everything over to AI. Yeah.
And I think this is where maybe there's the friction point again, is that if you are that person that's super intentional and you want to spend the struggle and do that time, and then in contrast, there's somebody that just straight up used the AI, and then everyone on the output side is like, oh yeah, this one's great and it, like,
better,
equal to this. Like your amount of effort and what you want to bring to this is going to degrade.
Yeah.
Unless you have a really strong core and you're doing it philanthropically only for yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, if I'm at work and somebody is spitting out AI slop and everyone is loving it and I'm grueling away hours, I'm going to be like, fine, I'm doing AI slop too, because like I'm not going to, put myself out and put all this struggle when everyone else is taking the shortcut.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have other things that I might need to do with my life. So I think you're hitting on kind of what the third act is for me. And I think it's really tough right now is that we need to think about AI in a different way. And there was a tutoring app that was an example of how it did not degrade thinking. And one of the first things it did is it would coach towards answer, to coach towards thinking, struggle, and it never gave the answer. It would only give you kind of like the hints to get there.
Yeah.
So it maintained a little bit of that struggle. And some of the studies in this was saying that it absolutely showed that you did not degrade. It helped to, in that struggle, helped you to think different ways. It helped you ask better questions to it, and it would not give you the answer. And so to your earlier point, if we build AI systems that build that in by default, it's not just some sort of engagement loop like social media to try to get you to use more AI, to spend more money, or whatever that might look like, then I think we have a chance. And I think this is also an answer for maybe education in certain ways, is that we can't, maybe we do ban frontier AIs that are just opened, and we use education-based AIs, or we update our curriculum to where it's not about the output, it's about the journey and how you leveraged AI to get to the output. Output, great. It's show your work.
Yeah.
Show me your thought process. Show me your prompting. Show me how you went and did the research and then put that in to get to that final part.
And I wonder if there might be some kind of like social pressure on people to be like, oh, you just use the thing that gave you the answer, like you just use normal ChatGPT to do that. Of course, you just cheat, like everyone will just sort of assume that is just the same as cheating, right?
Right.
And then they'll be like, but if you offer someone in a schooling situation, here's an AI that is going to help you, but isn't going to give you the answers. It's going to force you to start with a blank page and maybe do the reading and do stuff and put down something as some sort of outline or what you think, this topic could be an interesting angle on it or something. And then after that, I will help you a little bit and guide you and give you hints and tutor you like along that and mentor you along that sort of thing. Then great. Then like you still have some of that. You get all the notes in the background where you and it have gone back and forth. And like, that's what you show as your final sort of output, is not only the output, but also how you and AI got to that, as opposed to the person that just sort of cheated and used ChatGPT and they went, here's my output, and they have nothing to show. It'll be the same thing as if you were in math class and you didn't show any of your work.
Right.
They'd be like, well, you just use your TI-82 calculator to come up with this answer. And so of course you learn nothing. So you get an F, right? And I think that'll be sort of the same thing going forward. It'll be like, yeah, if you can show that you and a helpful AI did it together, then cool. Like we know that is better outputs when it's you and AI doing things together. And that's what we will grade stuff on. And that's what we will, the part of it is when you get out of school, the capitalistic side of it, it doesn't give a shit about looking at your answers, right? If you turn in a paper and everybody likes it and it's a report on something and it's great and it does the job, people don't care if they love it if that only took you 20 minutes as opposed to 20 hours. And so that's the hard part.
I think so. But if we think about this, and so I recently had some conversations with colleagues, and they're like, some things they've been seeing in the workforce is they're hiring these people that are looking like more competent than they've done in the past. They're confident. They have this background that they're looking for. They're like, great, education's working. And then they come on board and they realize they're just really good at prompting, and they actually are sucking worse. And they're trying to Google answers or AI answers, and they're going about it in ways that like require some better thought, but require people that have had some level of mastery. And this goes into the like where I think the threshold is, how can you wield a tool well without knowing how to wield the tool in the first place? And so Ryan, you and I are a great example. If I told you, go build a fully functional app website right now, is AI going to get it for you? I mean, you'll probably get there. You'll get something. But would it be better than? No, I'm not even compared to me. Maybe just like some like programmer that knows that and has had like some sort of understanding of code to be able to be like, yeah, that looks good on the front end, but when I like pull up the curtain and I see like the security is terrible. It's like totally gaslighting you that this thing is, doing this. They're storing nothing. Like if you don't have the mastery to be able to understand the tools and the things that you're outputting, like what's the point? Like if your boss is like, hey, I need to get the metrics for whatever the next thing is, and you're like, just chucking in a spreadsheet and getting some crazy thing, and you present it to your boss, and they're like, this is amazing. Like, tell me more about this metric. And you're like, give me 5 minutes. What does that mean? Like, and probably won't give you the answer because it's missing context. And so I am making the debate, or at least the thing, that mastery is an area that I'm really concerned that we're just overlooking completely. Schools are not able to keep up with it. We're unable to maybe do it at mass. I think there are going to be people intentional. I want to be creative. I want to do that. And my hope is that it's a lot more people than I'm thinking it is. And that is going to be the way that we have to start building AI in ways. It's unbounded. Like GPS was one thing. Give up our navigation. Okay. AI, give up all thinking. Our ability to write, our ability to read and spit out information, our ability to create imagery, our ability to do anything that creates some sort of like thought process that takes time and struggle and pain. And nobody wants to struggle.
It's hard, It's like why people don't exercise as much as they should be doing it, right? Because it's hard. You have to spend the time. It takes forever. You don't oftentimes see the benefits for a while, like the same thing with the learning things, like you got to struggle to learn a new language, and you got to spend all the time, and you got to spend the effort. And we want to be able to just like offload that to something else too, and just have it like translate things for me. But it's like, as human beings, we really have to learn that. Now, my only ever like argument against this is that maybe in the future we will be doing things with us and AI that expands our brains and does that kind of hard thinking just in ways that we can't imagine right now. You know, like there will just be new creative and problems to solve and challenges that we have that will take both human and AI that are bigger than we can even see right now. And humanity will focus their effort and amazing talent and creativity and critical thinking onto those. And we'll be like, great, hey, we didn't lose anything. We don't care about all that stuff that AI can already take care of. We've offloaded that, and that is great. We don't have to think about that. Same as I don't have to think about sewing my own shirt or growing my own turnips. Like, I will just outsource all of that to AI, but me and AI together will do amazing, creative, even better things for humanity than we could ever contemplate right now. And I feel like that is the optimistic version of going into the future, right? And I don't think we are necessarily have like the incentive structures for corporations or for governments right now to put that sort of plan into place. And that's the main thing that scares me a lot, because I can see a utopia where everyone is just sort of at their best because they have an amazing AI helper that is getting them to be the best person they could possibly be. And I think that is super cool. And I think we could have that, but man, I feel like it's far away from where we are right now.
You don't want to give the plebes the power with the AI, and you got to keep that in control.
Got to keep them Wally.
I'm going to be, 3D printing my little nuclear power for my AI that I install into my brain.
It's in the back of your house that runs everything.
No, it's in my body and shoving it in my neck. And now my little AI is talking to me, my little Jortana.
Yeah, your nanobots that are throughout your entire body that were 3D printed, with each of them with a nuclear reactor in there.
I guess where I'm at right now is I'm putting up the flag to say that I'm seeing mastery as a problem.
Yeah.
And we are skipping over some of this. And if nothing changes in the way that we progress with AI, I feel like we're going to continue to have problems. I feel like we're kicking a problem down 10, 15 years to where the junior levels at our positions are going to not have jobs to grow into senior roles. Yeah. And part of this is based off of data and insights. And so recently I've seen some information from the EAB organization. And one of the examples that they showed is that it used to be a triangle when it comes down to how jobs work. The very bottom of the triangle is all the junior level jobs, the struggle jobs, the entry level jobs.
And there's a lot of them.
And there's a lot of them at the bottom. And then as you go up, there's the senior level to all the way to the very like top tippy top jobs, the ones that own the organizations. And what they're seeing is that it's cutting off the corners. It's a diamond right now, that you have, some amount of smaller jobs, and it kind of grows, and some of those people are getting the ability, and they eventually become senior level, but we're cutting off this huge chunk of that triangle that is not going to have that ability to learn. And I am really like scared of what that looks like. I think about my own kids.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell are they going to learn how to be something? And maybe our kids are old enough that they just got skirted past this.
Yeah, exactly.
But our kids?
Right. But like the toddler, kids who are like 2 and 3 and 4 right now.
You're done.
You're cooked.
I mean, and what are those people that live in that space? To live in the like junior level jobs, they just don't ever want to or can't do anything more. They haven't had the opportunities for that, and we're cutting them off. And maybe this is all by design. Is that there's others that want to be in control, and they're like, good, we don't need those people anymore.
Yeah, Star Trek called this a long time ago. Like they're the people, people in Star Trek who are out exploring the galaxy, right? Those are the ones who want to do things. They're interested. They want to explore. They want to go out. It's why you never see 99/100ths of the population in Star Trek. The explorers, the ones who are really care about it, are out exploring the galaxy, and everybody else is just at home, just kind of like, living and chilling and watching media, and they're wallied up, right? And that is a majority of people. And what we don't want is that. We don't want 95% of the population wallied and 5% who are like oracles with amazing AI, collaborators and AI agent swarms around them doing 95% of the work. Like, we want everyone to be raised up with this like AI, with knowledge being a commodity now. We need everyone to build up, because that's how you have an amazing society. You want tons of people doing that, not just like the 1%, which are white and male and all of that. We want everybody up so that we can get everyone into that and getting all of their cool, different opinions and their different perspectives on things, and using AI to create new and cool things, which we're not in a good path for that.
Not at all. I would say, my closing thoughts on this one is that we're calling it out. I feel like it's harder to fight like how capitalistic society is looking at AI, and they just want to shove this out as quickly as possible, without thinking that value, or maybe they think about it and it's behind the closed door. But that if we are not looking at ways to make our mastery of very specific topics better, until it becomes the utopia that you described, that we're going to be putting ourselves into a corner, and that's going to create some real deep dependencies on AI. And I predict within the 5 to 10 years, we're going to start to see some real struggles with folks that have completely outsourced, like a drug.
Yeah.
Like AI, they become so addicted, and what if the rug gets pulled out from under them? Like, what are they doing to maintain their connection to this thing called AI?
Right. Like we all have issues with that, with social media and pulling away from people and being in our own bubbles and doing that. And it's just going to be even worse with AI. And so then it's going to be even harder to pull yourself out of it. So I agree with that, the kind of like ending thing of saying like, hey, you got to be intentional about not just letting AI take over all of your thinking and all of your doing. You got to be, on the frontier of that.
So with that, one of the ways that I've done that, or at least I've been trying to do that, is that in working in higher education, I get a lot of skeptics in the higher education space. And so there's two things that I always say is like, number one, you're fighting the ocean. You're fighting something that you got to rethink about, because if you think that you can be a teacher and say don't use AI,
and that'd be it,
you're done. Like, you're gonna have to figure out how to adapt. Now, I agree, in certain cases you may not need AI. You should build lessons that require some sort of like cognitive struggle and like grow into that. But you also need to learn how to leverage it in ways that you can still develop that struggle. And so one of the methods that I had created was that framework called CRAFT. And that CRAFT framework was, when you're prompting or you're creating something with AI, there are ways that you can approach your prompt that you don't lose your autonomy. You don't lose your thought process. And one of those ways is that you have to put effort into your prompt, and then you got to really push back on it and really have good questions and start to think about it at the very end of it. So CRAFT is concept, reality, aim, frame, and then think. And if you are interested in more of that framework, definitely check out Double Drop Down. I'll be posting some more information about that. But
it's a YouTube short on it.
I did a YouTube short on it for sure. But I think that was an intentional part for me. And what was very interesting is I developed that not because I was like, oh, I need to think more critically. It's because I kept having people call BS. They're like, AI is terrible. It doesn't give you good results. It's always hallucinating. It's like, I don't even really know if it's hallucinating as much as it used to be in the past, if you can prompt it the right way. And so after showing them this method, and they were like, oh my God, it's asking me questions. It's making me think. It's making me go a little bit more in depth. Then I think that had the light bulbs pop up that like, oh, wow, I could leverage this like a tool. It's not a search engine. It's much broader than that.
Yeah. And I mean, you could only do that in the last like year of this, right? Ask a question and have it sort of come back and do. So it changes as the models get more powerful. Like, just how you're thinking about using them has to change.
100%. Thank you for this one,
Yeah,
Ryan. I think this is a great topic, and
Totally
I want to
love
see
it.
some action behind it. And I think it's going to have to happen in certain education environments. So we're
Yes,
gonna have to
for
adopt some
sure,
things
for sure. We gotta build up the kids to not just be reliant
for the kids. Do you want to see a robot, Ryan?
I do. I'm going to see the hexapod or whatever.
I'm going to go in and get the hexapod.
Okay.
I'll get over there.
So I could talk about things. So, while Adam's getting this ready, we watched the new Avatar. Adam, have you? So
new show.
Yeah, well, there's a new Avatar: The Last Airbender movie that came out, and it premiered, unfortunately not in theaters, but on Paramount Plus. And I am a huge fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the original series. I feel like everything that has come after that has been far lesser than, maybe Korra, the Legend of Korra being the only somewhat exception, but still lesser than the original one. All these live action Netflix garbage and movies and M. Night Shyamalan movies and all this stuff. But this new one, very good from the original sort of creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Really good storyline, still fun, really great animation, kept it 2D, didn't use a bunch of 3D stuff to build it. I was a huge fan, and I just wanted to shout out to anyone who, because I have tons of friends who love Avatar: The Last Airbender, the series, watch it all the time, still 10 years later. And, they're skeptical about all these Netflix shows and all of that stuff. And I usually watch them. I watch the Netflix stuff to hate watch it. And I would say this one, worth your time. So if you are interested in that, worth the $8 or whatever for 1 month of Paramount Plus. You ready for robots?
I am nearly. Can you hear me right now, Ryan?
I can. Yep.
All right, I'm going to pull you back in here, but I cannot hear myself in these earphones for some. Oh, I know why. I'm back on. All right, come back on over here. We're going to look at some hexapods.
So start it real quick. I'm going to use the restroom before I come in.
All right, you're back in the studio. This is the original place. So, okay, you can see me. We are going to go and look at Avatar Aang, I assume. Yes.
Avatar Aang.
The Aang Avatar was what Ryan was talking about. He's going to be here in just a second. I'm going to go to my back cameras here, and we're going to see if we can't see this hexapod, and we're going to get into it tonight because I am kind of excited to show you this. All right, that's the butt of it. Let me go in the back area. All right, we are going to see this thing in a couple different angles right now. So what you're seeing is the hexapod, which Stealth Mouse does not like this thing. So, but I feel like I need to show Ryan and talk him through some of these different components. So you're going to see all the different pieces. So this thing came in a box. We were originally going to do it on the 24-hour stream. I opened the box in the 24-hour stream and was like, oh my God, this thing is going to be really difficult to kind of figure out. But I spent the time, and actually we could have done it on the 24-hour stream. So what you're seeing right now is the head of this device. And you might think that these are eyes, and they look like eyes. But it's actually kind of like a LiDAR or I guess a radar, as you could say. You also have a camera system that's going to be in that mouth right there. But what you have is these actuators that are all across the legs of this thing. And we're going to turn this thing on in just a little bit, and we're going to work on it. So
do I sit over here?
Ryan sits over there. Yes, he does. All right, Ryan. So you should be able to see this on the screen right now, and we're looking at this. So one of the first things I just wanted to show you with this is we're going to turn it on, and we're going to actually walk this thing around in just a little bit. But before we do that, I had to get some very specialized batteries for this that did not come with the kit.
Really?
That was something new. And then on the back side of it, and we're going to turn it on shortly here. And actually, I think this Razor camera might be the better way to do that. Okay, so you're seeing a top-down view of this. It's been a minute since I've plugged things on. Let me see if our pop-up comes in there. Oh, there we go. Ryan's on the pop-up.
Nice.
Make him a little bit larger. Mm-hmm. Wait, do I have a guest pop-up? I do, but I don't know how to switch it on to myself. Don't worry about that. Okay. I'm going to put the batteries in first, and this is the first step of this process, and then we're going to get into it. So I charged these batteries. I had to go get a special charger. These were like pretty expensive too to get these guys
because they're like typical battery.
They are like, yeah, they are not. So there's 2 buttons that you're going to see. There's one here and here, and one of them turns on the actuators and one that's going to turn on the computer. And so just in a second here, you're going to start to see this thing come on. I bought this cool little keyboard, Ryan.
That's fun.
And so what it does, it has a little mouse on it, and then I can see the keyboard. So what we're going to need to do first is we're going to turn this device on, and it needs to actually load up so that it's on the network, so it's Wi-Fi connected, and then I can start to actually use this tool. So one of the first things that it is, there's a Raspberry Pi in here, and then there's a board that connects all the actuators to it, and then all these different pieces were all cut out and separate, and every single screw you see on this was in a bag. Oh, you see that? You didn't see
twitching to life.
It did twitch to life, which is it's one of the creepier things about this. Okay, so on this screen, give it a second.
Did not come with the screen though, right?
It did not come with the screen. This was like an addition.
He's hacking this thing. It probably is going to attack us.
It is. So this whole program, and it's going to be a little harder to see. This whole program on this screen is actually one that I used AI to help develop. So it's delivered by AI. And not only that, I even made it so that I can...
It might be easier to see if it didn't have the plastic wrapper over the top of the screen.
Fine. I'll take it off, Ryan. I'll take it off. And we're going to get this ready to go.
Stealth Mouse is not sleeping with this in the room.
No, she doesn't. It's gonna be creepy when you see this. Okay, so I like to have it this direction, so it's kind of looking at it from the back.
Yeah.
So one of the very first things that I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna come back to this this other computer, and I'm gonna show you some things I gotta do to turn it on.
Because so the screen on this right now is more like a heads up display, or like a little display for what's happening.
It's heads up display.
Yeah.
And so I have this this application. Let's see if I can run this application. This is going to be fun. All right, let's see if I could get over to it.
Oh, did this come with the little thing, or
this application you're about to see did come with it.
Okay.
So this is on display 3. Let's see if that output comes in. All right, great. We do have it. Let's see here. We're in of it. Oh, I need to turn this on. There we go. Okay. So in just a second, you'll get to see this turn on. But what this screen does...
It's just going to like turn on behind us and run off the table.
She makes her physically ill. So one of the first things is I need to see if I can connect to it. So I'm going to hit connect. And we'll see if that actually gets us. And the way that I'll know if it's connected is I usually open video. Uh-oh. It can see. So the very first thing is let's move its head around a little bit. So it is moving its head to look around. And so let's just look at the cameras and let's see this guy. So you can see
peeking his little head.
The little head. It's moving itself around. All right, hold on. I don't want it to fall off this table, so I'm going to be careful of that. But yeah, so first of all, it can look around. So you can see some of those actuators right here. And what I'm going to do in a second here is I'm going to actually pull my OBSBot out. Look at this thing. You can kind of see it from a distance. So this is our little... see, can I zoom in on this? I wonder. I don't know. She hates this thing. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to open the OBSBot software for this thing to work. So what I'm going to get over is I'm going to zoom it in just a second, and we're going to take a look at this. All right, here we go.
Can you put it on the floor and let it run around?
Oh yeah, we're going to do that in just a second. I just wanted to like get some initial kind of versions of it.
Nice.
Definitely kind of creepy.
Cool. I like it
like that. All right, you ready to see it on the floor?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I feel like we really need to like put a skin around it.
It needs something.
It needs like a super creepy, like baby doll head on it or something.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Let's put it like.
I mean, it's big. Like if that was a legit spider coming after you, I would be pissing my pants.
All right, so the very first thing is
No, I feel like I like it better when it's moving. It's like a little familiar. It's like a dog. There comes your cat. Here comes your cat ready to murder this thing.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can get the cat to
interact with it.
There's an action mode where I can make it turn itself around.
Okay. So and then go after the cat.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. He's already had some fun with it. So
and I want to see what the robot is seeing.
Uh-oh.
That would be fun. Uh-oh.
No, we're good. Okay.
It's turning the wrong way. now your guy's like sneaking out. He's like, this thing is dumb as hell. I'm gonna be able to attack this thing easy.
All right, let's see if I can get it this way. Okay, it has this. You had to program all of these things. I love that the cat's in there.
Yeah.
How perfect is that?
Like, wait, does it think about it as eyes? I'm sure it's like, it spotted me.
We almost need to like go to the auxiliary. Like, where's that? So
there it is.
It's like
there's little Milo.
It's like, I'm gonna get you, Milo.
Like, oh, I see you there. You were sneaking up on nothing.
All right, so what I have is there's these action modes, and I haven't programmed.
To turn it back, because you gotta turn it away, so because the cat thinks it's looking at it, because it sees eyes, right? So if you turn it away, then it might attack.
All right, let's see.
It's like the slowest, dumbest spider ever.
Because I don't.
That I feel like that's moving faster.
And it's because there's these modes to it. So okay, there we go.
There we go. Now keep going.
Now there we go. Oh crap!
Easy.
Oh crap!
It's a cat 1, robot spider 0. It needs a Nerf launcher. It does. That would be fun.
And it's not as intuitive. You have to be like, all right, go into turnaround mode.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty badass. Like to have a little like.
It is.
Tell me that's not badass.
Totally.
You want to ride?
Yeah.
Try it. Okay. So the other thing is it has Face ID. So just click, pull that little circle around, and it will like go left or right or forward. And then if you want it to turn around, you'll have to put it in action mode.
I see.
I'll do some zoom ins on this little guy.
LEDs.
So, if you turn it around, look at its butt. It has LEDs in its butt.
Actually, you said action mode turns it around?
Yeah, turn it action mode 2 and then push it to the side and it should turn itself around. So see that LED in the back? I don't know it's looking at itself. That's why. So turn now the LED to a different color.
Okay.
Cat's just like, I know this thing ain't gonna get me.
Nice. I'm gonna get you, cat.
Okay, so here's something. Turn it back around. See if you can get it to look at us. I was gonna put an AI agent on this. You got to be careful because it might break a leg if it hits something because it's actually pretty fragile.
Sure.
But back it up a little. Okay. Now see these little squares right here? Like grab that and then move it around.
Oh yeah.
And then try the other one.
Oh, nice. It's like presenting itself to your cat.
It's like, yeah, come here, baby. Now, now one of the things it can do is see there's a relax mode. Click on relax. So then it puts it down.
Okay.
And then if you click relaxed again, just the way like, Gah! I'm here to like get you.
Yeah.
Did we lose it? We may have lost connection.
Well, Yeah.
Anyhow.
Nothing's working. Oh, okay. Still, I
Bill Robot.
Yeah. So what kind of time commitment were we talking about?
It took about like 4 hours. That's what we got.
Okay.
It's the big hexapod.
Big.
It was actually fun as hell to build.
Cool.
I want to build another one, but it was basically these like, it was a bunch of these flat little parts, and it was just a bunch of them. And you had to like take it all apart, figure out which screw goes in where, and then of course the video was absolutely horrendous to try to put it together. Like they had somebody from China that was like, their hands were off and you couldn't see it as you were doing it, and you're like, okay, I hope I do this right. And then to put the software on it, like I don't think I could have done it without AI. So I cognitively offloaded to use AI to do that. No, it was because it was not programmed right.
Yeah.
For that, it was like for an older thing. Anyways, I had a lot of fun with it. The batteries, it'll last for about 30 minutes of playtime, running around, doing all that stuff. So.
Have you seen the Lego videos of like pulling out the pieces and it sort of like 3D puts it together, and then you can move it around and stuff, like for how to put together Lego sets?
It's like instructions?
Yeah. Like, so you know how you get the booklet and it has like, here's where the pieces, and then it shows it, but it's like a video at 3D stuff doing that. I feel like they need that for everything to put together.
You like you like the Dead Space little show me
I
where
like
things are at.
show me the thing. See, I'm cognitively offloading my video game GPS as well.
All right, I'm turning this off.
Is it battery operated, I assume, right?
Battery operated, yep.
Yeah, like nope, it's gas powered. How long does the battery last?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay.
30-ish minutes,
Sure.
and it takes forever to
You just up. Can you get it? Like, we need like suction cups on it next time, so we can start going up the wall.
3D printed nuclear power. Heather was talking about something, so I created that AI agent. I don't know. I think I told you a little bit about that. The Bridget thing that I've been developing. We're not going to look at that
In
right
the garage?
now. I brought it out here. It's
Oh
on
no!
this machine.
Oh god! It's connected to the.
It's doing some
the
amazing
mainframe.
stuff. All right, I feel like it's time. I've been waiting to play this damn game with Ryan. We're gonna go into some Halo. So if you're not a Halo fan,
what are you doing?
what are you thinking? All right, we're gonna
make you one tonight.
I'm pretty excited about this, and so
did you play any of it? Even just like the
I played the regular,
stuff? Yeah,
but I have not played any of these other parts. So I waited for you.
I played a couple levels of the regular. Thought it was beautiful, like really good looking. I don't know about the controls. Maybe I'm just feeling old, but I was like, I'm not as on it as I typically was.
I feel like that's been a problem with this, is that it's not been.
It's a whole different engine. It's a whole different thing,
is.
you know. All right. Good night, Stealth.
Have a good
Thanks
night.
for hanging out. Is this my controller?
It is your. No, it's not. This is gonna be you. I'm just getting us logged in.
Well, I will leave that there.
All right, here we go. We're test driving this. So first of all, you're gonna be first player.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Abdonimus?
No, you're a pneumatic, whatever.
Something.
You're some rando.
I'm like a house profile.
So, oh man, this looks so good.
It looks great.
So up on the screen, you'll see us. But we get our own individual screens, which I think is awesome.
It's so cool.
We should have loaded this here. I think I can show people. Let's see what it looks like for us. 3.
Oh yeah. So see, I have like my little section here.
I got my own, and we split the split screen.
Yeah.
Because what you will see is this.
It's just the
whole
full
thing.
the full screen.
And look at that cool like border I put on it.
Man,
I spent some time on this, boy.
You mean AI spent some time?
No,
on
this
this
is 100%
100% Photoshop.
my
this whole thing?
cognitive, not offloaded brain. Oh wait, you need to
Confirm.
hit A on yours, yeah.
As I was playing this with my son,
Campaign
after a while he was like,
list item 4 of 8.
Oh,
Fire
yeah.
team 1-4.
why does it default to
navigate customization
did it when we
button list.
logged in.
Every
Everyone
one of it does that.
Customization campaign button.
How do we turn that off? Accessibility.
Accessibility settings.
It's funny.
Narration.
Narration. There you go.
Man, wow. To default that being on.
I mean, it's a disability thing, right? Are you against people with disabilities?
No, I'm not.
Come on now. They turn on the game for the first time and no disability. You have to
Yeah,
fight
like
it 10
how would
levels
they
deep?
even? It's like, don't they do that with every other piece of software they have to figure out?
All right. So
Okay.
you're Nomadic Banjo 60. I'm
Okay.
Autonomous. So we should be able to play. I think it's co-op.
I think it's campaign. I think co-op is.
No, you got to hit co-op, and then it says start campaign over here.
Left trigger. Heroic? I think we
Sure.
gotta go heroic.
But we should play the new missions.
Yeah. So can we not do that?
Should back out, maybe? Back out once more. Bonus missions. There you go.
Heroic.
All right.
Laura's asking what we're doing. Playing the new Halo.
We are playing the new Halo. This is the new levels. Ryan and I have never played these levels.
Never.
This is the first time we're playing them together.
Man, there's a whole wow. Right?
We need to get a keyboard.
Co-op. Couch co-op. The way Halo was always meant to be played.
It is co-op.
I'm on the top?
You're here.
No, I know, but like,
Oh, yeah, you're top, I'm bottom.
yeah.
Star Wars intro.
The Star Wars ass intro.
Not even.
Narrated. You couldn't get
It could have been
Sergeant?
narrated.
Yeah.
The United Nations Space Command has been desperate to strike at the heart of the alien empire, but have yet to learn its location. Above the glass human colony, the Promise orbits massive covenant. I just fucked up. There is no PvP in this.
None.
This release. This is okay.
Campaign evolved.
Fully re-released game that was rebuilt on the Unreal Engine.
Yeah. No multiplayer. I probably wouldn't have played it that much anyway. People get too smart with that stuff nowadays.
They do. This is like new. This is all new. I've never seen it. It's amazing.
There were new cutscenes and new little stuff in the real game too.
Yeah.
Like whole little sections. I don't think new parts of the game. Though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, that's a crazy looking one. They probably will release.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they did it for the what was the Halo like?
Infinite?
No, the one before that where it had all the different Halos in one.
The Master Chief
Collection.
What do you think about the graphics?
I think the graphics look freaking amazing. Like,
I was having a hard time like tracking where I was in
yeah,
certain
that's
places.
true. That's true.
I like the little grunties.
Mhm.
They're pretty cute.
They're fun.
So, I've read about reviews on this. Have you read reviews on
No.
these missions? I'm not gonna.
Not great. Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, I feel like if you were about to say, "Gosh, they're amazing," you would have said it. Now you're like, I'll let you experience it, Ryan.
I just heard. I don't know. We'll see.
Why did you shoot him?
Did he trip? Oh wait, we have different weapons. Why do you get a battle rifle? Oh, did you need to do any controls changes?
It seems okay.
And remember, you have your own screen.
That's what I'm looking at.
All right, cool. If there's a button here, oh no, swap. I'm mad that you have a sweet battle rifle.
Feel the prophet's rucker.
Come on. Oh crap, this is heroic. Be more careful.
Where did he go? Did that guy die?
It sounded so.
Okay.
The
Yeah, me too.
library.
My son, who I'm playing this with, he was like, if they didn't fix that library level, and I was like, I heard they did, and he was like, good, because when I played through the original Halo, I was lost for 2 hours inside that thing.
Could you?
Oh, I missed it. What did he say?
I don't know.
Been a while since I gotta take old Sophie out for a spin.
Is this a sniper?
It's not the original. Oh, it's the new. It's a new gun.
Are you ready to get to it?
Give me it, dude.
Oh, is one of us? We're both Master Chief in this.
Layout
Oh no,
matches
you
what
are.
Naval intelligence provided.
Wait, who am
Confirming
I?
a route to
Oh
the
no,
ship's
wait.
command
He's just
center.
here with us.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
If that nav data has what we need, we can finally
Gosh,
strike
I
back at
love
these
these
bastards.
things of showing the little
you seem
icon
confident.
above the gun
We keep quiet
so
and
that
play
you
our
can
cards
see
right.
it.
You do.
We'll be
It's
in
so
on
much
it
better
back by
because then
dinner.
when the guys die and they drop all their
You're always
grenades,
hungry.
you're like, ooh, I know
Damn
there's a
right.
bunch of grenades over there. I should.
It's
not
because
run
there's
into it.
so much stuff
Yeah.
Any way to speed this up?
to make it
Until
look
we
pretty.
find a way to cram an AI into that suit of yours, it's the best option we got.
What? That's what.
And
They were like alluding to.
Is this
You ready?
earlier? When is this supposed to be?
It's before.
So there's no cartel. I have no grenades.
All right, we're gonna do a cut over to Ryan.
Oh man.
position here, Chief.
Too bad.
Well, we're just
shoot,
getting
there's
beat up
something
by
up
this
there.
turret.
Oh my god, I didn't even see that thing.
There we go.
Oh yeah, there's sprinting here though.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, now we got some grenades.
Your calm's down, Chief. I need you to stay back until I drop that shield.
He's shooting at us.
Oh, what? Whoa, who's what?
There's a guy behind us.
Prepare yourselves for righteous battle. Blasphemous rounds
I
have
got killed
come.
by it.
Repositioning.
I like its little helmet.
Hey man, nice shot.
There we go. You back?
I'm back.
Okay.
First death. I heard that, wait, can we not get through here? He's over there. Oh, we weren't supposed to follow him, or were we?
I wasn't really paying attention. Infiltrate the Covenant research ship with Johnson to collect its nav data. Okay.
So-
Where is he?
So we got locked out. Oh, he opened this door. I gotcha. Oh, there's a, look at, there's a Banshee. Can you get it?
Oh, nice.
Get it? We can't get into it.
Oh, no. I'm dead.
I'm dead too.
Man, we both got taken out by that turret. We gotta remember those are up there.
I got. Oh, was that? It was a turret that got me. Oh,
Yeah.
good. I got my gun back.
Nice.
Yay.
Yeah, we just gotta keep looking to the up and to the right.
So first time I had this SMG. So he opens this door is what I think happens. Oh, wait, he's coming back.
Oh, nice. That
Got
was
some
good.
grenades that he dropped over here.
Yeah, good.
I don't know. It looks really, really good.
It looks great. You know, I was showing the children the original.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, like how far we have come.
He's gonna open this door, right? Come
Yeah.
on, buddy. Oh, there's that turret. Okay, I got it.
Ah, you're shooting me.
Yeah, it's kind of like disorienting. This is like the first time I played a Halo that I'm like, dude. I was having a hard time tracking where things were. There
No
was
bullets for
so,
anything.
There was so much stuff. Oh, you don't have bullets? There's like so much beautifulness to this.
Yeah. Well, and it's definitely a lot more filled with glowing, crazy light blooms and all of that, which makes it hard.
Well, and I think even in the other levels where there's like grass and stuff, I was like, I can't even see.
Taking fire from the faithless.
You want to play the library though?
Your damned
Be fun.
The controls are. Did you switch your controls? Or what?
No, I think I left it default.
When you played the full game?
I think, yeah. Where can I get some ammunition for this gun?
Oh, there's another. How come this damn turret keeps following us?
Welcome to my shooting gallery.
Oh, he must be messing with him.
I was hoping it would tell you at the end of each level, like, here's how many kills you got. Here's all the awesome stats about you and your teammate that you can brag about. But they
Not
didn't
have that anymore?
Oh, the turret got me from above.
Oh, crap. Oh, that's
Okay,
it.
I'm back.
We might have to play this during the
Yeah, that would be fun.
24-hour
Down
stream.
for that.
Beat the entire Halo.
That'd be great.
I think that's got to be the...
Did it drop off people or
Killed them all.
it's just leaving?
Oh, look at this. The battle rifle? Wait a second. I picked up a battle rifle and it gave me bullets for my gun.
Yeah.
Do you need a battle rifle?
Yeah.
It's right here. I don't know why there's a
Nice.
battle rifle there.
Great.
I should have taken it and not told you.
What? You don't have one? Here, you can have it.
That's okay. I'm good.
No.
I like
You,
that.
oh yeah, I love everything that's not the battle rifle. My favorite thing.
Battle rifle. It's only my favorite weapon in the entire game. Oh, there's one right here. Oh, there's a shotgun.
Oh, we got another turret.
Can you get the damn
Look at this look at this idiot just running into the wall. It's not great, Halo. That's not what Elite should be doing.
It's kind of underwhelming, is what some folks had said. They thought it was like almost like one of those multiplayer maps where you go run through an area and there's just waves that come at
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe I'm just impressed just because I'm still not used to how great it looks, and so I'm just like, yeah, this looks sweet.
you. It looks great. I had to adjust all my controls though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What did you make it more
I see an
faster?
I just put like almost original Halo. X or B is punch and stuff.
Oh, really?
I don't like. Oh my god! Oh. Is that a hunter? Oh. I heard they're hard.
Ready for you to come back here.
What kind of gun is this?
This is some kind of pulse or the sniper rifle. Are you not back?
I'm back.
Okay.
Stupidly
I
rushing
don't-
these things.
Concentrate fire on the exposed area. Fire at will.
Oh, we got him.
There's two of them. Another one.
Yep, they always come in pairs. And now this one's gonna be extra pissed. Oh, I have no. Oh, I got him.
Call that quiet.
They were not paying attention. I was like shotgunning elites off to the side, and they were just like looking at you.
What? Come on. I feel like all about Halo is about enemy
hackers should
AI, yeah.
flanking you and doing stuff, not just standing there.
It's alright.
I have no ammo for anything.
So,
Dude, give me that gun. Give me Betsy or whatever you call her.
did he give it to you?
No. You can't do that with other guys, though. I
Yeah.
found that out. I was like, great.
I did see a moment though where he died in the regular game and then he respawned.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. The respawn was kind of lame.
There was
too.
also stuff that ruined the game cinematics because you can sprint now. And so there are like fun parts in the game where like the door opens and the guy like roars at you and it's amazing, but we just like sprinted straight past him. And I was like, oh, I did it. Oh, story is happening that I'm missing. Where did you down here?
I'm not. Am I supposed to go down? I don't know.
Nope, it just warped me. So whatever you're doing, that's what we're doing.
It seems about right. Just things.
Sophie wants to say him.
Is this fun to watch? I can't even tell. It's fun to play.
It's fun to play. I mean, people watch people play video games all the time. That is what this entire channel is.
Oh
built
yeah,
on.
absolutely.
So I mean, not this channel, but Twitch in general.
Fair.
And so some people must like it. I watch people play video games.
It's true.
Be over here? Are you shooting him from the back? That was awesome. Where are you? Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Got a beam rifle? Oh, I want that. You know what I missed, though? The grapple.
Oh, that is true. Anytime you have a grappling hook in a game is good. It just makes it better. Oh, I have no
grenade point! I was the same boat!
Oh, I sniped you right in the back of the head and then died.
Wait, I got sniped?
Yeah, I think I can hurt you, right?
Probably. I didn't feel it.
Yeah, I feel like this is playing a lot better now that I have my own little screen. I was having a hard time with it at my house, playing co-op like on our big screen where I had to look at both screens at the same time. It was really messing with me.
Grapple hook in Quake 3 arena? Peak. I don't know. Did I play that?
I didn't play much
Quake,
just because I didn't have a good enough computer at the time. This Needler's doing work though.
it's doing a great job.
Needler is just a fun weapon.
Is there only one needler in this? The one that you have?
Yeah. I can't dual wield it either.
Wait a second. Let me see what you got. It looks like a rifle though.
Yeah. No, this is not the Needler. This is the sniper rifle, I think.
No, it's a different one.
No, yeah. What's the not the beam rifle? It's
the needle rifle.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it. We got some people remembering LAN parties in the chat.
Yeah.
What is this? A batarang? Oh, energy sword.
We should have changed the Twitch thing to the.
Hostiles ahead.
We can easily do that.
Do you want to?
Yeah, sure. If you like me to. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna pause it for a second.
Okay, pause it.
I gotta do a thing then. There we go.
Especially because it says we're playing The Rake Sees You.
Oh God, are we on the wrong thing? Oh, it does. Ryan, why didn't you change this?
I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
Obviously, I didn't even change it to the Chinese soap opera game that we were playing either. So it said that the entire time.
Where the hell do I switch this? Audience
Category?
Is it category?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Campaign involved.
This is a mature rated game, people. So warnings.
I need to put on the chat. Okay, there we go. Oh, and I need to put my little thing back on. Hold on a second here. Open scene 1. Okay.
Man, you have like all that memorized. It's crazy. Oh, there's a ghost here.
Does it work though?
Yeah. This is great.
Oh crap! It's going. That's a ready.
Can you jack this guy?
I think you can. I think you can jack it.
I'm shooting him. Who's the ghost rider now?
Get it?
Yep.
Look at all the particle effects.
Yeah.
Like there's this stuff that's...
Engaging.
buddy. Oh crap.
That sand ain't moving on its
Another one.
own.
Contacts on track.
I got killed. I got punched.
Oh man. Yikes. I think I needed to get out of that.
I wonder where it saved, how far back. It's gonna be a minute.
Beginning of the game.
It is pretty far.
Yeah, that's true. We did kill a lot of guys in this room.
Saw this on the orientation vid. Split Lips training room.
Split lips.
It's retconning. They never called them split lips, have they?
I think they have called them that in later movies. I don't think they called them that in the first one. Where are you? Where is this?
Oh, it's upstairs.
Sorry, I'm in the completely wrong area?
How did it not get you here? It's like the door is locked. Okay, there you are. You're coming through the door.
Hi.
Back in action.
Stuck him.
Ghost down.
Nice.
Keep it up.
Did you see these swords over here? You can get a...
Chief, that
sword.
sand ain't moving
Oh,
on its
nice.
own.
They look like batarangs.
Contacts on tracker.
Where?
Stealth elites.
Back over here. This is like an energy sword.
We've got company. We're under fire.
Yeah.
Wait, where are they? Are they invisible? I think they're invisible. It's calling out elites, but I don't know where the hell they are. I'm scared. Ah! Did you find one?
Come around the corner and get me then.
Where's he at?
Going in.
Oh, there he is up there.
Oh, what?
What happened? Oh, he was invisible.
He did a bull. What is that? Bull run? What's the thing you get when you kill a guy in the middle of a sword? Oh. I was lunging at him with my sword, and he killed me, headshotted me.
Oh, that was a nice hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What do you think so far?
I mean, it's like, you know what's fun? Shooting guys in the air. You know,
Yeah,
like,
true.
and so you know what they did in this part? They had people, they put guys in here for me to shoot.
Yeah, I agree. Does it feel like Halo?
Yeah.
Okay. That was my fear. My son played it and he's like, holy auto aim.
That's how Halo always looks, though.
I'm dead, FYI. I'm in.
Okay. And I'm bad at first-person shooters now, so I need a little auto aim.
Are you?
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely lost a step with just sort of aiming and getting headshots like instantly. I feel like I used to, and that's probably just, hey, I don't play as often.
You probably should turn your what do you call it up? Sensitivity.
Did I get him?
Wait. I just got shot in the back.
Ah, I'm getting shot in the back.
Oh, there's a sniper somewhere. Or somebody. What do you think about sprint? I think sprint's been...
Yeah. Sprint.
I love sprint. Oh, there's a sniper. Upper left. Watch out. He's good. He's right there.
Okay.
He's got me twice. Yeah, there was a part in the original game I was playing, and I didn't remember a sniper there. I got sniped. Oh, you got it right in the back. It was across the way. There's another sniper. I was gonna say, please don't.
No, there's a lot of messed up stuff here, so we must be good.
Behold, an affront.
Oh, he just stuck me. It was on my face. It's fun.
There we go. I got the sniper.
I got another sniper. Okay. Uh-oh, he's across the way. Where did he
Alright.
come from?
I feel like they're kind of spawning in behind us a little bit, which feels a little cheap.
Coming indoors.
Yeah.
Alright. Where's the dude?
Where's
The sergeant.
Johnson? Oh, we're supposed to go up here?
I suppose so.
Yeah, here we go.
Mind the gap, Chief.
What?
Holy light seeks you out.
Oh, he just. Oh, there's a skull up here.
Wait, I fell
Give me a
down.
sec.
There was a skull. I don't know how I got it. How far up did you
We're
go?
good. Let's hustle.
Can I make it? How do I make it through here?
Wait a second. Hold on a second. I'm not going up there. I swear I just found a skull.
Yeah, there are a bunch.
There was
right there.
40 of them, but I saw one over here. Shoot. I don't even know where I was just at. Because it wasn't... Hold on a second. Let me try one more time. Did you go through?
Yeah, but I can run back.
No, if it goes...
Ah!
I never went through it. I'm just going to go through it, I guess.
But watch the tape.
It's true. Where was that skull?
At hour 2:40.
Ever seen anything like this before, Chief?
Negative. This wasn't in the Oni brief.
What is this? Ooh, they got all our weapons.
Oh, I want that.
I want that battle rifle. Oh, I gotta try it out. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
What do you think
Oh.
all this is for?
Rocket launcher.
Nice.
Nothing good.
Battle rifle, rocket
Something
launcher.
really
That's a
weird
good
about
combo.
all this. What do you think these are? Trophies?
Unlikely. They look more like experiments.
That's even
Oh,
worse.
that's right. There's a new enemy
That's our exit. I'll get it cracked
In this
open.
part,
in this part. The new enemy type.
it's like a flood elite.
Yeah, right. Enter the Gene Forge. Nice.
Yeah.
That was good. Oh, get these sleeping guys.
Trouble.
Why did Sarge have to yell?
I know. We had him.
Yeah, well, you kind of like gave our cover up, bro.
Yeah, I wish you were on our side.
That's not the original voice of Sarge, by the way.
Gosh, this guy took a
hell is all this?
took a rocket and still needed shoot.
Is this a new guy?
No, I think that's just an elite, right?
Looks just like a normal elite, but who knows?
They'll do some big reveal, like right now.
All right, let's see.
Oh, it's one of the what are those ones called?
Prophets.
be
The prophets.
What's a prophet doing here?
Beats me. Hey, Waddles! Didn't think your kind got out that much.
Call him Waddles.
Hold your fire, my children.
Glad he speaks
Have you
English.
enjoyed your stay so far, Demon? Had you and your companion given word of your arrival, I would have arranged a tour.
I think we've seen enough already.
Are you not impressed with our work here? I would have thought you, of all creatures, would appreciate such steadfast dedication to improvement.
Is that what you call it?
I call it many things, Demon. Here you can observe the true beauty of the Covenant. Our collective strength, a reflection of each member's devotion. The tenacity of the Ungoi. The cleverness of the Kigyar.
Alright,
The
they're clever.
Sangheili. Long our partners since the writ of union, the burning edge of the Covenant's blade.
And you, human, join our covenant. Did they never ask us to join?
And the Jirahani.
Yeah, that's true.
What they lack in mind, they make up for.
We're gonna get to fight brutes here?
But
Yeah.
under our
And you
guidance,
can't headshot them.
my
They're
guidance,
bullet sponges.
Man.
You
their
can't
rage
pop their
can
helmet
be
off.
controlled, reshaped.
Oh.
And we're gonna juice them up? Like Bane style?
Oh God.
Are you no different?
Berserkers.
Okay, Mr. Monologue. Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock.
Ka-chonk. Into his head.
Oh, it hit the thing.
What? He's just going nuts. Alright.
Shite. You just killing everyone else?
Yeah. I'll let you do that. Oh, that rocket looks really good.
Can you throw these?
But not bulletproof.
Is he dead?
Maybe. I feel like I heard him.
All right.
Alright, I got
Where did the
6
prophet
on.
go? Did he get away?
Oh, man.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, I was right about to shoot my rocket. Oh, he's not dead. He's still over there.
There's new ones.
Oh, new ones. Checkpoint done. Boy, I got a spiker.
Stuck them. Alright.
A spiker.
Those were good.
Yeah, it's
I
like a
used to
shotgun. It's like a tiny shotgun, right? Oh no, this is more like a little machine gun. Oh, I got hit by that grenade.
We did put it on heroic. Did you play it on heroic for your first run through?
I did.
Tango sighted. Another rank.
Oh, that. What did you shoot him with?
One of those,
Oh, that's.
Jeez, what is even hitting me?
He just seems like he's really broody.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Needle rifle, that might
Can you rocket jump?
be that takes it out. There we go.
Good job. I don't know what's different about them. They're just like a juiced up
Yeah. Well, and if you shoot them in their little chest, then they explode. They just start berserking everyone around them. This is nice.
Okay, there's 2 more of them.
All right. Okay. New targets to take down.
See, doesn't it feel like you're just like
Yeah, it's a little like horde mode or something.
not linear? There's a did you see him at the last second? I saw it.
I was trying to hide like halfway in between the thing. Okay.
It wasn't that far off.
Taking fire. It could be in. Vigilance. Enemy contact.
Man, I'm dead. There were too many there. I should have backed up.
Oh, you're still alive.
Blasphemous rounds incoming.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna kill all your friends with this sword just to.
Solid hit.
They do not die in one sword hit, Adam.
Oh, they're not one shot kills?
They're
Dang.
not. I slashed him straight across the chest, and then he was like, well.
Looked at you.
He just looked at me and killed me.
That seemed to be the last of them, Chief.
For now. For now. I mean, it's been fun. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. I mean, it's always, and I always feel it's always way more fun two-player, right? Because then you're they're you're shooting them from the side while you're taking them on from the front. It's like Halo is best played couch co-op.
Looks like this party's getting started.
Shut up!
Wait, kill. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, wake him up.
Stupid. Nice. I like that there are parts like this.
Yeah, that's good. That's a classic Halo 1 thing.
Yeah.
I felt like it got
of sleeping guys.
worse in later editions of it.
Yeah. Like they would wake up too quick, or they just wouldn't even do it.
They're under fire. Look out!
There you go. Oh, there's a grenade there. I have no bullets. I have an energy sword.
Oh, there's a guy up top. Ugh.
Okay, it's fine. You're back. Oh, sorry. I have this.
How the hell did I get up there?
Oh, yeah. How do you get up there?
I feel like we were just up there.
It does seem a little bit more just like crammed full of stuff, all of these areas, which is probably good because you want to be able to hide behind things. But that does make it
fire!
Yeah, it feels lazy.
Yeah.
I want to be like big, sweet, open worlds.
Yeah, hopefully it opens up at some point.
Did you play with third person?
No.
Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Did you? Oh.
Can we do it right now?
You have to restart it. So one of the things is the very first skull that you can get, it allows you to turn it in third person.
Nice.
third-person Halo.
Hey.
It's actually kind of interesting. Nice. Punched him. Slashed him.
More on hands than usual.
Oh.
You've got company.
Oh, I turned the wrong way.
Wait, we're done? Oh, here we go. See, it's like we're back in this damn room again.
Yeah. Are they gonna show us these guys? Breaking out of there.
You think that's what's gonna happen? Because what are they?
I don't know. Experiments, they said?
They just look like normal. That's how we grow our Covenant.
Yeah.
Just clones. Yeah, how do Covenant get in this world?
I mean, I think it's just,
They have babies?
Yeah. What the heck? I missed it with both my little plasma shooters. Too.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Me and Sergeant.
That's funny.
Oh,
That reminded me
8%.
of Sam Rose for whatever.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Over there.
Alright, guess I'll have to be late.
Just FYI, it's 10:55.
Okay.
Not that you have to leave.
We can like, I feel like get to the end of this level.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. See a good cutscene.
Yeah, exactly. Oh! Nope.
What was it?
A sword guy chasing me.
They target me!
They're targeting me.
Don't take my friends. You back?
No. There we go. I guess I'll take this.
Is it? Can you play 4-player?
No, I don't think you can. Not all at once, or not the same screen. Damn it! I'm dead. Okay.
Can you sprint
yeah,
backwards?
Back. I don't think so.
Sprint backwards.
I feel like Master Chief could sprint backwards if he needed to.
If he needed to, he would. I really hate jackals.
Especially on Legendary. Whoa! Random grenade got me. I didn't even see that.
How far back?
Danger!
Shit. How far back?
Enemy focus!
I should have just done normal.
No.
It's like you always said, normal's the way they intended it.
But not for us.
No, not for us. Need a little bit of that
All right.
challenge.
Yeah.
Did you try Legendary?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Yeah, it's a little tough.
Little tough.
They were throwing a bunch more enemies at you.
Yeah.
What was that?
I am just wanting to run into the room and punch them.
Yeah.
And it's not working out well for me.
No. Me neither.
Do they have health packs in this?
No.
How do you get that secondary health back up, or you just don't?
I don't think you do.
Stay in the perimeters.
Under fire! Look out!
Oh, I threw a grenade. I killed one of the guys.
Crap. Oh, crap. Bad time to die. Door opened up right behind me.
Cover and fire!
There, I'm in.
More elites?
Yeah, this is There we go. Some of them are dead. Head for the triumph of tolerance. The triumph of tolerance is fun. Where are you?
I don't know. I just ran in the door.
Excuse me.
Oh, did you find me?
No.
Alright. I went down a door. Alright, come back. It doesn't have a target on me?
Oh yeah, here we go. It's like they still let you go down other doors though, which is a little strange.
Some of them they didn't. I just was thinking I was going to go up top, and then apparently it was the right way.
Going to the upper decks.
Man, this has like some vibes of little scenes in the original Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Like a table. I remember a room you run in.
Table with things getting scanned on it.
Yeah.
So what?
Whoa!
We both died?
Yeah, I ran into the room and there was a grenade under my feet.
God, don't be so far back. Is it really? Wait. Far back are we? Alright, not bad.
I see one.
It sounds like it's right next to me, but apparently it's not. I must be getting your audio.
That's what it's gotta be.
Get down.
Well, I'm gonna show you where it's at because I died.
Okay, good. Yeah.
In a door.
It's like, well, we're getting lost again in a Halo, which, classic.
Not
Yeah,
this. It's
no,
not,
it's
it
like
can't
we
be
got to
this
go
way.
up, right? It's
Yeah.
got to be one that angles up.
You would think it's the one that's like straight across. No, it must be this one. Yeah. Yep.
This is the place where Sergeant Johnson should be leading us. You know?
He feels very like not part of this. He's just like running around.
Yeah.
I watch it. Oh crap!
It feels like the inside of Truth and Reconciliation. The Truth and Reconciliation starts on the outside with sniping. Then you get to the inside.
Hey, man,
But the
nice
inside's
shot.
only fun because you made it through all the outside.
Did you play that? How far did you get in it?
I didn't. We got right up into Truth. Ooh.
Ooh, I got spawned.
Taking fire!
Yeah, I got respawned like right behind an elite. Strange.
All right.
I need some sort of orb.
Okay.
Oh crap! Oh crap!
Oh, jeez. They got me.
The cover is neural lace!
Yeah, they're like sponges. I punched it, shot it. He's just one tap me.
I didn't realize sort of where they were coming from. So now I feel like There we go. Eat it.
Over there! Toss it one!
Here's another one coming. Where's your radar? It's upper right, isn't it?
Oh, yep.
Heretics, in on
I'd
the
been going to the lower right.
Alright, watch out, grenade.
Grenades do look cool.
Like the plasma ones really look like plasma.
Yeah, like they explode open. Found a skull.
Did.
Cranial. You can't even use the skulls. Did you know that?
No?
You just like pick it up and you look at it
I'll
and it
have this
disappears.
lift up and running in no time.
Oh, you can't like run around and punch people
Nope.
with it? Oh, that's too bad.
All right, so here's the thing. You gotta go into the very first level of Halo. Start it out. He gives you the gun, keys, right?
Yeah.
Like go right back into the level and go, you know, in that front part of the ship where you can go down.
Yep.
That's where the skull is, and that's
Okay.
the third-person skull.
All right.
They give it to you like the first skull.
Sure. If in
they're
case
like,
you want to play the whole thing that way.
and I played it, and I was like, I could see people that have like hated Halo because it wasn't that way, that they would just play
Preferring
it
it
entirely
that way?
on
Wow.
third person. They did a decent job at making it happen, because you can change the what do you call that, the point of view or their perspective of it as well, so how zoomed in you are. There's all these like settings. Oh shit.
Heresy!
Seems like a danger room.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
Hey, checkpoint. Great.
Good with a checkpoint there. Maybe that means something really, really bad's about to happen.
Probably.
I feel like I've been in this room so many times in a Halo.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, man. There's quite a few little guys over there.
Give them a taste of their own medicine.
Oh.
God, how do I get out of this thing?
Yeah. Can't hit anything. Kill him. Ah. Oh, he came up right behind me.
There was two of them. How far back are we?
I think we're just... We started, yeah.
Not bad. So good. How do you use invisibility? There's invincibilities over here.
Really? Neat.
I blatantly wasted my
Yeah, you might not.
overshield.
I'm dead. I don't know when Mike Azul asked this when he was talking about the Halo RTS games. Did you ever play any of those? Like the about where you're like building bases and sending out troops of
The Halo, yeah,
warthogs?
Halo Wars. There was
Halo
like
Wars.
2 of them.
Yeah.
I did not. I actually bought one thinking I was like, I'm gonna figure this out, and I just never like could get into it.
Yeah.
It was like really hard, but it was fun.
I mean, some people are just into those types of games, and I think that's cool, but it's not.
Why did you play it, Mike Azul? If you're still out there, appreciate you if you're still out there, watching us play Halo like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
I need another weapon. Where are these weapons? You dead? No.
Nope. If you go behind these pillars on the bottom, there's some like really good weapons.
I'm dead. Get out of there!
Mike Azul said he did not play those.
No.
But he was thinking about third person. That was originally how I think they were thinking Halo would run.
Was third person?
It was third person.
Yeah,
like,
when it was
more
on the back.
strategy.
Oh, he got me from behind. I'm dead.
Shit. Shit.
I don't think you beat StarCraft for that kind of experience. That's true.
Oh shit, there's an Legion. Oh, you little... So watch out, there's an invisible guy.
I'm just trying to run away. This part's tough. This is like a big... This is a
this has got to be
heavy
it.
arena.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain this is Okay. Did you see me kill myself?
No.
I didn't kill myself, I meant.
Yeah, like then I didn't do that. Oh, I have one shot. Ooh, straight into that. Though. Is that you? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. You just got to get the heavy fire power. Oh, there's an invisible guy next to me. Oh, he got me. Watch out. He's right. There's a brute there, too. Nice. Oh, the brute was berserking there. Amazing. Come on.
I'll get out.
Okay, I'm back. Easy.
You will prove to be a suitable test for my creations, demon.
It's like that's how we should have been doing it from the beginning. I assume.
Probably. Wait, there's guys coming on the side of here. There's invisible ones too.
Watch out, grenade above you.
And I feel like I play so well with you.
It's just we know how to play Halo, right? Like you sort of back up.
But I play with my son sometimes. Like it's not doesn't feel the same. Oh man, there's so many. Please have like a superpower weapon. What the hell? Yeah, fine. Go back to the turret.
Nice. Oh, he didn't die. Oh, finally.
It's like a big playground. Just chuck a bunch of guys in here. Kind of feels lazy.
Oh, I died with a massive arsenal of
You're back though.
stuff.
Glad that they like label.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, come on! That hard. I shot him like 20 times.
Checkpoint.
I'll take it. Where's the hunters? No, there's gonna be hunters. There they are! Called it.
Oh, I'm dead. I should have jumped. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Oh, I got him right in the back.
Nice. Did you kill him?
Oh, something happened. I got dead. I'm dead.
Shit. I'm stuck. I have no other weapon. You back?
No. There we go. Okay, I'm back.
There we go.
Oh, I'm getting sniped up from this other side, too.
I'm dead.
Dang it.
Oh no! Oh god. Alright, I'm back. Sweet. It's like get all the power weapons, use them on everything else, and now at this point.
Yeah. I have nothing.
I need like a sniper.
Oh, I got him.
There was 3 nice. Shit. There's 3 left. Done.
There we go.
We get back to the mission.
That's it. Back to the mission. It's brutal.
Ooh, shotgun.
Do you jump in this thing?
Yes, that's what I was doing, and it didn't seem to do anything.
It doesn't. There's a waypoint right here.
Perfect. I mean, is Sergeant Johnson, Master Chief,
You picking this up, Sergeant
you
Major?
know, like,
Sure am,
collab
Chief.
is fun? You know,
What's your
like,
read?
I like
UNSC
I like them
Battlenet
having more
telemetry.
lines together.
Just ahead.
That doesn't seem right. What could it be?
A trap.
Exactly. No way to be sure.
There's a way.
Just like shooting
But
rockets
our
from behind
objective
his
is
head.
that way.
If UNSC soldiers are being held captive, we need to find out.
That
I'm
smile.
in. Let's move.
That's got to be the first mission, right?
Yeah, I assume that's the first mission.
And they all go together? Yes, that is the first mission.
Nice.
What did you think?
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, what did you think?
I think it was good. I think it was a little
just like arenas of stuff, right? Like I want to get out into something, and maybe this is
Out of
here we
the
go.
frying pan and into whatever the hell this place is cooking with.
UNSC signal is stronger here.
Then it looks like we're
cool.
on the right
Yeah.
track. Let's move out. I got your back, Chief.
I would play more of that with you.
Are you gonna play with your kiddos?
Well, I'll save these. I'll save these levels.
All right, we'll save these for.
and
I
us.
will do the same thing.
Yeah. We
That was
play through
hella
the rest.
fun.
Totally.
Thanks. Like, how many years has it
I
been
know,
since
right?
a new Halo? Like,
Man.
that's crazy.
Yeah, totally. And it's always we're good at Halo. It's like we can play some Halo, so that's always fun to play with you.
Halo. Well, thanks for tonight.
Yeah.
And we will see y'all.
See
next
you all
time.
later.
Peace.
Woo.